Oh, I just hit the tweet button. I meant to send a proper tweet.
I was ready to tweet.
I have a button for that.
Yeah, but
Hello, people.
this is a special game. I want to do a special tweet.
Very fair.
Anyway, hello everybody!
Oh god.
God,
That
why
was
are you
incredibly
so
loud.
Every fucking time, man.
Everyone's awake now.
No, we're
We
not.
weren't at the
We're
risk of
deaf.
that.
Awake but dead.
Bitch.
That reminds me to put the exclamation mark PG-13 command in my title. Thank you for reminding. With your loud screaming of the F word, like 30 seconds in.
Yeah, I do also want to point out, Dio. So Dio takes these, and I do the same thing, and we just import them live onto YouTube. Which their big crackdown right now is cussing within the first minute.
Correct.
So Dio, if any of us had monetization goals, Dio just threw them right at
Wait, I swore? I didn't even realize I did.
That's one of the main reasons I'm PG on Twitch too, is so that way I can put it over on YouTube, and I don't have to worry about monetization eligibility problems.
I legitimately didn't realize I swore.
That's A-okay. Random question. How does one join on the phone? Because I
So
don't remember.
you have to go to kotc.app on a browser.
Lovely. I did not know the URL.
Dio did send the code, but the link, sorry, but it wasn't the main crew chat. So
Yeah, I realized that. You could have posted it somewhere else, which would have been useful.
Either way,
or
so
you could have just done that in the first place.
Shut up.
we have a smorgasbord of people today. We have Dio.
Hi, howdy doodly.
We have the Duck.
Hello.
We have the other avian creature of Falcon.
Hello. Yeah, another term is intern.
Yeah.
We have the unpaid intern.
Zozo is here. Zoe.
Hello.
And Trip is here with us as well. So
Hello.
give Trip a shout out. Make sure to go and follow him as well.
And I humbly ask that from next stream onwards, every time you do an intro and you're like introducing the crew members, you use our job titles so that we can shame Falcon for being an unpaid intern / goon every time.
So you want me to sit there and say that I am the head of North America programming?
Yeah. Because it's funny to do all of that and then say, and Falcon, our unpaid intern / goon.
Yeah.
With special guest referee Trip.
What a job title. Special guest referee. I'll
And
take it.
And our pet duck.
Quackers.
No, and our pet duck Falcon.
What?
What?
Confusion.
Yeah, I
Clearly
agree.
not.
It's a joke.
So,
Terrible, Adam. I still have to wait 8 seconds before the shout out for Dio Connect.
okay.
Oh, I can't spell. I'm trying to type fast. Give me a second.
Going. This is
There we go.
lovely. This is lovely.
It's
This is organized.
going swimmingly.
Yes, anyway, Dio is going to go through the process of setting this up, and then hopefully we'll be able to get on. And
When
it'll
will
just
we
be
get
us.
on? That's great.
Yeah, I'm
That's
also...
fine.
I thought there was a way to completely crop. Anyway.
Are you struggling, Anna?
I'm always struck. Just go. Just do what you
Turn on the game. I want to play.
Anyway,
Yeah.
welcome to King of the Castle. Those who are familiar with Amalia's channel and have been watching her content recently will have seen this game, know how it works. It's incredible. You don't need the Twitch chat integration because we are doing a small little private game to start with. If everything kicks off as we want it to, we may get Twitch involved later, but for now, let's start the new dynasty. We are, of course, going to be King Dietor
Boo.
of
I say the first thing we need to do
Burnitopia.
is overthrow the monarchy.
Detourland, man! Come on, it was right there!
I mean, I normally call everything Dietor Land, but I was gonna actually like mix it up this time. But you know, we will not.
Before we gotta be Dietor Land. It's
Yeah.
the whole. It's a whole brand.
Boom. So party game.
I do want to point out
Mhm.
that this is the first time Dio has been like non-Dietor centric with his naming scheme, and we're sitting there saying, "No, how dare you!"
It's not repetitive. It's a brand.
It's definitely a brand.
Huh.
Branded.
It's not a
my
good
soul.
brand, but it's a brand.
So I'm just watching Anna play with her stream live.
There we go.
So we have to pick 3 out of these 5 regions. We have the Barons of the March, who are brash rural lords, famous for their belligerence, fondness for hunting. Huzzah! The Chiefs of the North. The chiefs are honorable warriors renowned for their pagan religion and prowess in combat.
Chiefs of the North.
Have the Counts of the East. Counts of the East are ruthless aristocrats steeped in secrecy. Allegations of... Why am I the king? I can't fucking talk. Allegations of forbidden rituals are unproven. Fuck's sake, Falcon. The Grandees are the impassioned duelists known for their strict adherence to honor, etiquette, and the ninth god. And the Patricians are wealthy seafaring merchants noted for their cleverness, skill in negotiation, and ornate masks.
So, what are we picking these guys for?
These are the different
reasons.
factions.
Yeah.
They each have different
Chiefs of the
things
North.
that they
Okay,
things that
so
they do and how they can achieve their goals.
yeah.
Okay, so are these the people that we're working with, or
No, so
I don't-
what it'll be is obviously how many I've lost track of how many people are actually in this Discord call right now.
Six.
Let's do counting with Dietor
So
Production.
there is 5 of you, so there
Yeah.
will be each of the factions will have 2, and then one faction will have 1 person in it. So
Okay.
if we can
I
find
call the pagans.
the what?
I call the pagans.
Which ones do you want to be? So which one are you, Anna? The Chiefs.
Echo,
Anna wants the
quiet.
Chiefs.
Echo, quiet.
Okay, so I'm kind of leaving it up to you guys which of these
I like
3.
the sound of the Counts of the East. They sound fun.
You just want one of us to say it wrong at some point, don't you?
What? No.
What?
Anyway,
What is in your brain?
Can we?
Do you know me at all?
yeah, fair point. Anyway, who's the Falcon?
Could I suggest either patricians or the grandees of the south?
Okay.
Anyone else got any preference on that?
I have mine.
My brain is still processing.
Okay.
I'm leaning towards the one with the green banner.
Let's go green.
Patricians.
Patricians.
I'm
Who?
happy with that.
So, Falcon and I jumped into Hannah's Street. When was it? Not yesterday, day before?
On launch day,
Thursday, the
another
second.
day stream.
Was
Yeah.
it? Yeah. And then Hannah
matter.
raided in to someone else, and I stayed and watched for a while. And the patricians got bullied and I was given patrician, and I was the.
All right, brilliant. Let's bully the patricians.
Looks like it's time for me to be a patrician.
So, whoever is streaming, if you cover your screen quickly,
KK, and
Done.
it's covered.
the game code is at the top of the screen.
I thought you were just about to say it out loud.
The game code is
We thought you were going to.
XYZC.
I have the mute audio button ready.
Dump audio, dump audio. Yes, I got the Counts of the East.
I'm
I-
so upset. I'm
That's
gonna
not
get
fair.
Trip.
Yeah.
Trip, we're gonna get bullied.
We're
Oh,
gonna do the bullying,
Oh.
so we have hope.
did it randomly assign you, or did it?
Yes.
Yeah, I
it's
get
random
it.
assignment.
Oh.
Random
Random
assignments.
Oh, okay, cool. I
I
didn't
want it to
realize
be
that.
purple.
You can definitely manipulate that if you like do it right, you know?
So,
Join and leave over and over again.
Yeah.
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 I know,
Alright.
Trip, you said you have to bounce about 8:30.
That's correct.
Flighty time.
Okay, so are these all like mini kingdoms inside of Diatoland? Just so I
Yeah,
understand?
They're
pretty much,
factions,
yeah.
basically.
Okay, gotcha.
There will be a really nice tutorial in a second when we
Okay,
get
brilliant.
there.
Oh, I like tutorials. All right, I'll stop hiding the screen.
Oh yeah,
Right.
everyone show your screen if
This
you're
button.
streaming.
Nope, that's the wrong button. This is the right one. There we go.
What happened? Where's my mouse? What the?
So-
Maybe he's
Down your
enjoying
desk.
some cheese.
Okay, so the tutorial, King of the Castle Primer. The monarch winning, high. Acquire an heir, then complete your ambition to win. Your first reign will likely end in disaster. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. There are schemes. Keep an eye on the region's schemes. If they pass all their stages, they will win the game.
Nice.
Keep an eye on defiance, because if their defiance gets too high, they will rebel and problems will occur.
I know what we got to do.
Oh boy, this is gonna end in tears.
Oh, geez.
For the nobles to win, they have to pass 3 stages of this scheme, which will require them to raise and lower different numbers. Stats. That's the word I was
Yeah.
looking for. That my brain
It
couldn't.
says it right there.
Yeah, shut up. And then there's loads of different votes that these chuckleheads are going to take part in that are probably going to screw me over. So that's
Wait, chocolate heads?
chuckle, not chocolate.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
wish
even
it
worse.
We were chocolate.
I absolutely heard chocolate heads, and I'm like, that is such an oddly specific yet strange choice of insult. I need to call it out.
You know, the only person who's going to understand this is Trip, but we're going to Cracker Barrel tonight, and that just reminded me of Cracker Barrel.
It's been a long time since I've been to Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, there's one right up the street. Anyway, please continue.
And then, obviously, from there, the defiance stat. If your defiance stat gets, I think it's above 6, something like that, your kingdom can rebel.
All right.
But
Fun
so
stuff.
we know our
Perfect.
goal.
if you
Yeah.
have a low military, you're very unlikely to succeed. There are 3 events to do each season. So let's start. So this is the map. You have the coast, so the patricians are down here in the south.
That's my trip.
The counts, which is I can show over here. Duck and Anna over here to the east, and Falcon in the north.
And also the west, and also some of the south,
Falcon everywhere.
and also some of the east.
And then my little bit in the middle. Hi, Goblin. Again, if you want to join in, Goblin, that is perfectly fine. And then we have, like I said, the capital here and the 3 little flags. So let's go to Path to Victory. The monarch must acquire an heir, complete their ambition to win the game. A spouse is useful, but not necessary. Winning the game, complete your ambition before a scheme or rebellion usurps you, or before you lose all authority, treasury, or stability. I just clicked cross. This is your monarch. Hello. The main player's character, they appear in most stories, but not all. These are kingdom stats, so authority, treasury, and stability. If any of them hit 0 at the start of the season, the game ends. These are the region stats, so you have trade, farming, military, faith, and defiance.
Defiance.
And these
So
are
we're
all...
leading in trade and faith. That's boring.
That's boring.
If defiance is both higher than authority... Oh, it's if the defiance is higher than both authority and stability. So at the minute,
Oh.
if you got it to
But
6
the defiance
now,
is 6.
but if the authority is 4 and the stability is 4, then it would only be 5, for example.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
I was explaining for the kids at home. You can scroll through the full list of noble and their wealth here. So you all have 1,000 coin. So the
Base.
auctions might not go very well for you, Falcon.
I want to point out, if you go back to that screen,
Mhm.
If y'all want any food, y'all better start listening to us.
Well, if you
See how
want
long you last.
religion, you're gonna have to come to us.
Well, the
Oh,
thing about
no,
having
my
faith
pagan-
is, we've got faith. We can just, have a nice fast.
My military is almost as strong as both of yours combined.
Well, have you
Shut
considered
up.
this, Anna? We lead in trade, so if you want to give us food, you have to come. If you want to trade any food, you have to come through us anyway.
Guys, let's all be civil about this. We
No,
want to make the
I refuse.
What are we doing? This is what the monarch wants us to do. is fight amongst
Infighting.
ourselves.
I loves it.
Let's target and just not give the capital anything.
God damn it.
Yeah,
unless the capital gives us what we want, whatever
Yes.
we decide we want.
Anyway, the Spy Master has come to me. Your Majesty, the first few years of your reign are the most difficult. You are new, unproven. The nobles of the council will scheme against you, hoping to kick you off the throne and put their own puppet claimant in your place. These fools couldn't scheme their way out of a paper bag. Better kings than you have been toppled by their
I
treacherous
think you're
nobles.
talking about
and
yourself there, Dio.
To defeat their schemes, you must secure an heir and prove you are worthy of the crown by completing an ambition. My question is this. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? As a conqueror, having a military goal. As a peacekeeper with a stability goal. As greatest king who ever lived with an authority goal. As the father of the nation with a farming goal. Architect of a new golden age through trade, or as a saint through faith. Well, fuck faith to begin with.
Wow.
I agree.
Think very carefully, Dio. This first choice will set the tone of the entire game, and you know this.
I will go full Age of Empires 2 on your ass.
So,
I will go full civilization, hire Gandhi, and throw nukes at you.
so pretty much what this is if I go authority or stability, I need to keep that above a certain level. With the military, trade, or farming, I need across the board. So, for example, farming is currently at 14. I will need to get it to, say, 15 and keep it there by the end of X amount of time. I don't remember how long it is. Same with trade, for example. So, looking, my highest stat at the minute would be military. So, fuck it. Military. A warrior king is sure to be remembered fondly if he wins more battles than he loses. I suggest over the next few years you focus on improving the kingdom's overall military as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, Your Majesty.
So, Zoe, looks like we might end up getting a bit bullied. Just a tad.
Real quick, just to interrupt really quick. Goblin, do not let what other people say you can or cannot do influence yourself. Because if that was the case, I would not be here right now.
I don't think a lot of people who do streaming or videos in any way, shape, or form would be, because there are many people.
Dio, you'd be fine. You're cis hair and you're white. Shut up.
You do what you want to do,
Yeah.
and those people who are talking shit about you
Can
can
go
go
get
to
banned.
hell. And if you need a family, you got one right here. Anyway, please continue.
Hey.
Now that you're the king, your first duty is to meet with the Council of Nobles. Your nobles hail from across the kingdom, the wintry north, the desolate east, and of course, the wealthy coast. This is a player who has bought the game. They can set custom outfits.
Hello.
It's a Falcon! Chief Falcon!
Oh, I like it.
Chief,
Good
Chief
looking.
Pockets Falcon.
Good looking.
Four pounds.
I also want it to be known for any streamers who are watching, or any players that are watching my stream. I did pop up a thing where you can see how, like, what's going on my side as well.
I did wonder about that. It's
so
no,
just-
nothing at the minute. Got it.
Yeah, this is what I'm seeing.
Just covering Falcon's face because you can.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't make it too small.
I'm starting to think I should have bought the game so that way I could control the game through the game client.
I don't know if that's a thing.
Yeah, it just says through the website that you can connect through Steam.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ah,
I just linked
Well,
my
this is just
Steam account.
always a nightmare to stream, I suppose.
I didn't
Yeah.
realize
Ah.
that. Anyway,
No, my stream, no!
wait, what's happened?
I accidentally clicked into Chrome and I had my stream overlay up.
no!
Oh.
So it just did the infinite boxes.
Oh no! Anyway, good luck in the days ahead, Your Majesty. You'll need it dealing with. Oh, I mean, if it's your character, you might as well feckin' read it yourself.
Thank
Yeah.
you, I guess.
Okay.
Good luck in these days ahead, Your Majesty. You'll need it dealing with us lot.
An honor to finally make your acquaintance, you asshole. May you escape
Wow.
the doom that befell your predecessor.
I mean, you may as well. You could have at least capitalized your name, Anna. Come on.
You don't get that respect.
A pleasure, Your August Majesty. I hope to see our kingdom prosper and grow wealthy under your reign.
See, Trip's nice.
No wonder
Oh,
you guys
I-
get bullied.
I skipped a line. You sat and sit back. Is this what the council is like? No wonder your father told you to avoid the throne at all costs. And why the fuck am I here? Anyway, my
I just wanted to give my character a cool voice. Thank you.
No, it was an awesome voice, but
Yeah.
the given line
I
was
wanted to
shit.
talk to Dio.
You'll get a chance probably.
question. Since we have two players that are not the not like the leaders of the areas,
Uh-huh.
would be a good idea to give them speaking parts.
Hey Zoe, do you want to be the Chancellor?
Not particularly.
Cool. Your Majesty, I've scheduled your coronation to take place in a week's time. Shouldn't I be giving you the orders? Of course, Your Majesty, but to delay any longer would make the nobles restless. And when the nobles get restless, they take their daggers and look for the nearest back. They wouldn't
But we're
dare.
Romans.
You should pay more attention to your history books, Your Majesty. The nobles are always plotting something. As is tradition, the council will decide what happens at your coronation. What? But it's my coronation! This isn't an absolute monarchy, Your Majesty. Everything has to be run past the council vote. Even this. Shall we call the nobles? Call the nobles. Yeah, that made my brain a lot of it fucking easier, wouldn't it? Choices and stats. Certain choices will change stats. Some choices that do so will indicate this change here. Not all choices that change stats have these indicators, and they do not show the region that will be affected. These are the votes. I have some laws that I can make it more in my favor at times, as it were. I think is the best
You
way
can
to
mark
put
your
it.
preferred voting option.
There are more laws that come into effect later on that will give me more options.
It's like you got like lifelines essentially.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. I have a veto once per season, which is obviously the 3 different votes. I can veto an option, so if I really dislike something and it will make everything go to shit, I can say, no, you don't get this fucking option.
You're being a pure chaos, so I'm looking forward to you having this power.
When the vote opens, nobles vote on which choice they want in the browser. The monarch may close the vote anytime after all the nobles have voted or the timer hits 0. So I can say my preferred option, but I'm not going to. So either A, we host a lavish parade with jugglers and fountains of wine, which costs the kingdom 1,000 money, but raises the stability. Proceed with the religious ceremony that honors the 9th god, which just bumps faith up. Throw the king into the river, which raises stability but lowers authority. That is a very popular option, believe it or not.
I just want to interrupt you. Before you click start vote, I have a question. So
Okay.
Just keep reading it then.
Troops shall bear the king through the streets atop a shield, which will raise military but lower authority. What is your option? Question.
So I just want to know what like the strategy is for voting, because I don't really know what the point of voting for one thing over the other is.
So, obviously, at the moment, there aren't any goals set. So,
I see.
It's just, fuck it. kind of.
It's how do we want to try and attempt to handicap the monarchy before they even begin?
Yes, and
I
then
I think we should throw them in the river.
I think we. Well, I know what I'm going to vote for then. But...
and then from there, when we move into the next bit, then we'll get little cutscenes between a couple of your characters. Falcon, I don't know who the fuck you're going to talk to. But it will give each individual council a vote on how they
What their
want
scheme
to
is.
scheme against the monarch.
Right.
Small Victorian boy voice.
Anyway, you have 30 seconds.
So honestly, I think honestly we should do B.
I voted.
Well, I've already voted.
I didn't realize you couldn't change after you pick.
No, it's a one
Also
shot kind of
announces
deal.
who votes where.
Yeah, I guess.
So
I guess.
I'm going for a swim. Cool.
I was
Let's
just,
see your floaties.
well, the reason I said that is that obviously the king doesn't like faith, and it works in our favor.
But I also
Yeah,
don't
I
think-
just wanted to bleed money.
Fair enough.
I just wanted to
specifically
check
the
the
king's money.
Sorry, I just have to reply to an important message to my mother. I'm going for a swim. This shows which stat has changed and by how much. I got an achievement. So stability is 6 and is civil, and the authority is now 4, which is dubious. It is decided the king will be thrown in the river. Let me get changed out of my nose robes. The nobles pick you up, carry out to the Treadwater River, hurling you into the shallow water with a cheer. When you climb
We
back
never
up,
said shallow water.
when you climb back up the bank, soaking wet, the Chancellor steps forward, places a crown upon your head. It is your imagination or some of the nobles' stifling giggles.
It is not your imagination.
No.
By the way, I want to point out on the left-hand side where it says Trade, Farming, Military, Faith, Defiance, you can see what the crown is focusing on with the little crown icon
Yes.
next to military.
And when we get to your targets, it will give you indicators on there as well of what you're aiming to do.
Okay.
Now that you've played all events, advance the game by clicking End Season. Ding! Each region will now vote for one of 3 randomly selected schemes. Schemes are made up of 3 stages with specific stat requirements. Passing all 3 places the region's claimant on the throne, winning the game. Chiefs of the North meet Nut. Who wants to read for Nut?
Chiefs of the North!
Nice.
We all know I should be on the throne, not this imposter King Dietor. How do we
King
make that
Dietor?
happen?
King dude. I just want to point out that it's not Falcon who is going to be the claimant at this
Yeah.
point.
Oh, why do I want to be
Oh,
the one on the
crap,
throne?
I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna get stabbed in the back.
For some odd reason, I thought that was our. Do you want to do the voice for Knut?
Cannot.
Canute.
Knut.
I don't mind at this point.
Okay.
Falcon.
We're past
So
that. Okay, I
Falcon
have my own
has
goal.
subterfuge, which is lower stability, prophecy, which is raised authority, or hornblower, which is lower all the faith in total. You have 14 seconds.
I
10.
think I go with this.
Hey, Trip.
Yo.
If you have your own person who wants the throne, can I do the voice for him? I just thought of a really funny joke.
Okay.
All right, just based off of what Dietor said earlier.
All right.
Well, no, I'm pretty sure it'll be... So, when we get to the counts, it'll be you and Duck, and when we get to the patricians, it'll be Trip and Zoe.
Oh, yeah.
The chiefs plan to dig up Old Held's legendary horn and use it to take over the kingdom. First, they must win the favor of the gods by diminishing the kingdom's belief in the ninth. To advance their scheme, the chiefs must lower the combined total of all religions' faith to 12 or less in 4 seasons, which it already is.
Good job, Falcon.
Uh-oh. Oh, who the fuck is Iveka?
Duck, do you want to do Iveka?
Sure. My fellow counts, in ancient times the East was its own proud kingdom. We can bring back those days of glory, but not while the false King Deitor wears a crown. Oh, you have stuff.
So you have Doppelganger, which is have the lowest defiance, Intimidation, which is raising everyone else's defiance, or Possession, lower your own defiance. Very fucking
What are you
defiance.
thinking?
I have no idea. I don't understand what defiance means.
Defiance is
5 seconds.
Pick one.
Raise others. B. Go B.
Defiance. It's how like
I mean, that's the most fun.
grumpy they are with the monarch.
The monarch.
Pretty
Or
much.
dissatisfied.
Yeah, that makes the most sense.
Voting
Yeah,
is
the
flip.
funniest one by far.
So you need to raise everyone else's defiance just higher than yours. The Count plans to hold the king hostage in his own palace. First, they must distract the spy master. To advance their scheme, the Counts must raise other regions' defiance to a combined total of at least 6, or ensure other regions begin a rebellion in 4 seasons.
I'm being piece of cake.
Is it bad that my first instinct was like, so what it sounds like is we have to be great so that way they suck. Like, we have to be super great with the monarchy so that way purple bottoms out. Or all just screw over Deitor.
Do you wanna do this one, Trip, or?
I was gonna say, okay, up to you.
Wait, let Anna. Anna has Anna.
All right, Anna
Anna.
is Anna in the third person. Go for it.
Oh.
Patricians of the coast.
God
My
damn
claim
it.
to the throne is far more legitimate than that of King Deitor. Something must be done.
Oh god,
Anna,
the
you're
fucking
not allowed to do the voice anymore.
the chipmunks are back. So you have
Okay.
Monopoly, which is raise your own trade, which I mean that's a fucking good
Yeah.
start. Conspiracy, which is lower your lower the treasury, or corruption, which is lower the overall authority.
I'm thinking A, probably. Yeah, let's just do it.
No, that's our
really
choice.
easy. I
Well,
feel like I should call this out. I've been someone on my side of the stream has gifted 2 subs during the King of the Castle stream, which means I have, for the first time on Twitch, passed a sub goal.
Hey!
sorry, Chata. I don't know how to pronounce your name. We're not doing it. Well done. Sorry, Trip. Well done. We're not hosting this through Twitch. We are doing a private game at the minute, but stick around and watch, have fun, etc.
You're really good at this, Theo.
Yep, I know. Shut up. So you need to raise your trade to Patrician's plan to privatize this entire damn kingdom. First, they must build up their industry. To advance their scheme, Patrician... Oh, fuck off! The Patricians must raise their trade to 5 or more in 4 seasons. Fuck! You can review the schemes and their claimants here. When you have an heir, they will appear on the right of this page. If your reign ends abruptly, you bastards, the nobles will vote for the next monarch. The vote
That's
is
great.
between the 2 regions with the highest combined stats and your heir, if you have one.
I want to point out, Nut and Ivica are embittered like step people, and then Nestor's just questionable claimant.
So let's end this season and cry because some of your goals are fucking sorted already.
I
wow,
did want
good
to
lord.
just acknowledge the fact that I'm like the one person representing the North, and I'm also the furthest north person in this entire in the game as well,
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
geographically.
Anyway, let's go for the capital first, and then we'll go and do the stuff in the north. Now that you are king, you need personal protection. Why? I could plunge my sword into your heart right now. Could I not?
I'd like to see
Pat,
that.
I'd like to see you
that.
try. Is it your imagination, or does your marshal stifle a wry chuckle? In any case, she quickly hides it. You need an honor guard to keep you safe from such dangers, your majesty. Unfortunately, this is a political decision. What are my options? Each region offers a selection of elite guards, the chiefs with their most famous warrior heroes, the counts with the Knights of the Order of the Drowned Rose, and the patricians offer their greatest gladiators, champions of the arena. Think carefully, your majesty. These guards' loyalties will be divided between you and their region. Of course, you could just hire foreign mercenaries. They'd be loyal to coin above all. Tell me about Northern Warriors.
So
Yep. Sorry?
Oh,
Ask a question.
I want to point out, if you go with the counts, we are not looking to overthrow you. Okay? We are going to be working with you to make sure that you have a stable, you have ultimate authority over all the lands that you own.
Anyway, bearded oafs with
Right
apps
now.
and no manners. They'll get drunk and cause trouble in the palace. No discipline at all. I can't guarantee they won't run off on some random quest, but they're honourable and in a fight, unbeatable. The Order of the Drowned Rose are highly respectable. They'll understand palace etiquette, but it's been years since they fought an actual battle. They mostly write poems these days. Gang of lowborn crooks who've turned themselves into celebrities through their skill at chopping other people to bits. They're vain and selfish. Their skill in battle is undeniable, but can you trust them? And the foreign mercenaries, a band of fearsome fighters from the Tatterlands called the Battle-Bitten Brethren. Why do they tongue twist me so much? They specialize in bodyguard work, but they're costly, and hiring foreigners will be considered an insult to all regions. Boop. I picked
Wow.
the North.
Did you pick the North?
North?
Interesting.
Intriguing.
Very interesting.
We're now aloof!
The warrior heroes arrive a few weeks later. The swagger in with big grins and bigger axes, belching and singing, roaring out unsavory jokes. One of your courtiers faints.
I mean, what do we expect from somebody who is just completely unfit for the throne, to bring in people who are completely unfit to be in that environment?
A devastating avalanche has buried a mountain village within my domain. There were few survivors.
So I can either go, hey, we're going to help, or go, deal with it yourself. Let's see what we can do to help. The other nobles are under no obligation to help the North, but surely they will vote with compassion, ?
Ooh.
So we can send financial aid, which will lower defiance in the chiefs, which it's 0 anyway, so that won't do feck all. Spend my money and raise Falcon's personal wealth. Instruct the Archbishop to lead a memorial for the loss, which will raise defiance, I'm thinking just Falcon's territory, but lower faith in Falcon's territory. Again, it's 0 anyway. Or there is nothing to be done. And I'm not going to veto yet. So, we'll see what happens.
So, what do we want to do for our blue friends?
Well,
I
I
mean-
feel like Falcon's goal is to lose all faith, so option B is considerable.
Yeah, I was
That's
going to
also
say,
not necessary.
Trip,
I
for you
put
and
one of
me,
this.
option B is clearly the best option.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh.
I mean, the thing is, too, is like,
Oh wow.
this one good for you, Toad.
Falcon wanted money.
And I also wanted Dio to lose a lot of money.
Fair.
Because this is good. Trip, this is good for us because this hurts both of their goals and doesn't affect us at all.
I'm trying to keep up. This is a lot for my little brain this morning.
So,
That I just want to point this out. That actually helps our goal.
What was your goal? Wait, no, but faith was.
Defiance.
Raise other people's defiance.
Oh, I thought yours was to lower everyone's defiance. I don't remember.
No, it's every other person's defiance. So even if it was everybody's defiance, it would have helped us.
Wait, sorry, my stream broke again. Thank
no.
you, the anonymous gifter, for 5 gifted subs. That also broke my.
wow.
It popped up over my Discord, which kind of broke everything for a second. Thank you very much for gifting 5 subs. I greatly appreciate it.
Oh man, bro, we are not doing public games right now. We're learning the game first, and then we should be opening it up to
Twitch chat.
to everyone else as well. But
Yeah.
stick around, watch us be idiots, and then we will get Twitch involved.
Unfortunately,
We have to know what we're doing first.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the Archbishop decides to take the opportunity of the memorial to blame the disaster on the victims, claiming the Ninth God has punished the North for their pagan ways. The North is now cordial, and their faith can't go any lower. They don't God anyway.
We don't
Yeah,
believe in that god anyway. What?
I'm just going to point out this is this really feels like it's based in America. Anyway, moving on.
The Chiefs are furious, understandable. And they're also low on lumber.
Aha!
Doing over there?
Oh look, it's Countess Duck.
Huzzah! Your Grace, will you tell these superstitious chiefs to get over themselves and let us harvest their trees? We need the wood for our craftspeople.
Falcon?
I've told you 1,000 times, Countess, that forest is thoroughly haunted. You'll damn us all if you go logging there. Sorry, I was looking at a different window.
But you sold us a logging contract and said contract has no exclusions for hauntings.
So Anna and Duck lost 300 gold, and Falcon gained 300 gold.
Falcon!
You got scammed.
Your Grace, the chiefs can't be allowed to wiggle out of their commitments.
Yeah.
Some choices have uncertain outcomes called challenges. These can either be random or based on a stat. The percentage shows the chance of success. So, the counts have a contract, and they may go logging, which is a 40% chance of trade somewhere going up or down, who cares. Let them harvest the lumber, but share the proceeds with the chiefs, which again...
Proceeds.
What did I say?
Proceeds.
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 It's the key of proceed, as you know. Brain, again, 40% and trade. Turn the forest into a joint eastern northern hunting reserve. Defiance for someone will go up, and authority for me will go down.
Ooh.
Fence.
Will go up for both the north and the...
I don't know yet. Fence the area off to make sure no one goes near it, which is a 50% 50-50 gamble on authority. Let's go!
So, I want to say, let's end this immediately, and, why don't we do a joint? Because that will definitely, it'll be good vibes for all of us, right? Like, we won't be fighting anymore.
That's raising defiance.
It is definitely keeping everybody nice and happy. And
Just vote your heart. I don't know what.
Ooh, 50-50 split. So
is it just going to be those two?
Yeah. So I get to pick which of these I prefer.
That's fun.
Oh no, we accidentally helped.
Why would you want? Oh,
Which
Oh.
is
Yeah,
Okay.
no, that's good for us because we didn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very good for us actually.
There we go.
We don't want our defiance or the Norse.
what a
Defiance to go
shame. The authority challenge failed, so it didn't go up or down. And your defiance went up. Oh,
This actually Did this end up being a net positive for everyone?
Nope.
Well, except
Except the east.
Oh, I forgot. Your goal is to have the least defiance, right?
no,
Yeah.
everyone else's defiance has to be
Everyone
above
else's
6.
more.
Everyone else's,
Okay.
and ours went up.
Yeah.
You could have gotten lucky there. That could have been. The
I
right
know.
call. Just got
and
screwed over by RNG.
Duck said, but my lumber, I
What's-
paid for that.
Can you remind me how much faith the North need? What's their exact goal again?
12.
Less than 12.
Okay, and ours is, and we want to get our own
Trade.
trade 5 or higher.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Give it a rest, won't you? The council has spoken, and it's for your own good.
But it doesn't end there. Illegal logging camps pop up near the ancient grove, and the chiefs are forced to station soldiers in defense. And Falcon loses a dot of military. Countess Duck denies any involvement, to no one's surprise. And that is the end of the season.
Duck, good job.
Nobles can now use their wealth to bid on, I want to make sure Doug is back before we do this, to bid on any building in any region, each of which affects a stat. This is done through an auction where only the 2 most funded buildings are chosen. When the auction is open, nobles can fund through the browser in increments of 100. When you're ready, hit start auction to begin the auction. So we have the Cathedral, which boosts faith. Again, I'm not sure if this is across the board Or
I think it's because it's under the chiefs. It would increase.
oh, so it would increase
Also,
Falcon's
just say at
faith.
the top of the thing, it does have the blue border for around the effect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So.
So if you build the monument, my authority will go up. If you build the observatory, the Count's faith goes down. Fab, we're not doing it through Twitch. We're doing a private game. The Counts have a Thieves Guild where trade will go down. The Grand Bazaar, where trade will go up. And a stadium where the Patricians' military will go down. Duck, are you here?
I am indeed.
Let's get auctioning. You have a minute.
Alright, Trip, we want the bazaar, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm gonna put some money into that to start.
I think we should put some money into the Thieves Guild, honestly.
Oh, I accidentally clicked it 4 times.
What would
Oh,
lowering
God.
what would
No,
lowering
that's fine.
trade do for us?
So it's the two most highest funded that get.
Yeah. So as it stands,
Yeah.
there's 2 buildings that are funded, and there's 2 buildings getting built. So if, for example, Falcon wanted something else, something
Extra money that I got from
The
people here.
money's been put into the observatory, so now it's observatory and Grand Bazaar.
I mean, you guys have somewhere near $1,000 to play with, so you got 12 seconds.
Speak for yourself.
I mean, I got $3,000.
Have
So
another 200 gold in the
There we
bazaar.
Well-
go. Yeah.
Duck hasn't put any money anywhere yet.
No. Even like
So
money.
looks like my shaky hand accidentally clicking it multiple times turned out to be a good thing.
So the buildings that get funded are the Grand Bazaar. So the Patricians' trade goes up by 1. Biggest funder there was Trip, and the Thieves Guild, where the Thieves Guild where the Count's trade goes down.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, that's why I didn't understand why you wanted that.
I thought that was just overall it went down across the board.
No, we said
You tried to screw us over.
And
I'm sorry.
I wanted to get the Colosseum or whatever it was, so
To lower
Zoe's military went down.
My apologies, I misunderstood.
It's fine, we can recover.
It's only 1.
Karma came enough.
So we have finding a spouse. Let's see how this goes.
Oh?
In the twisty passage of your castle, you can avoid your advisors,
Wait, Mika!
the nobles, even the spy master, but there's one person you can't avoid. Your mother.
Dun dun dun.
Why haven't you found a spouse yet? It's been almost a year. I've been busy. You better find time, don't worry. I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What is your preference?
God!
What?
I love this game.
Oh.
Okay, Pog.
Excellent. I'll send out messengers to the most influential noble families, women. Just for the first one to make it simple.
Yeah,
Well,
because
that's not
Dio's a
gay.
filthy fucking hero.
Northern outrage.
I demand the Archbishop apologize for insulting us at the Avalanche Memorial the other month. We may worship different gods than the rest of you, but we are all citizens of the same kingdom. We deserve respect.
So we can sack the Archbishop and replace him with one of those who keep his mouth shut, which will fuck with defiance, lower stability, and increase faith. Order the Archbishop to apologize, which is 40% to do something with authority. Stay silent on the matter, which will lower defiance, lower faith, and raise authority. Declare the Archbishop has the King's full support, which will affect with defiance, lower faith, and raise stability.
Are you gonna do anything?
I'm gonna No, it's the. I have another vote.
Do you want to veto this one, though?
I'm gonna regret my decision.
Ooh.
Okay.
Interesting veto choice.
Very.
Not what I expected you to veto at all.
Oh, wait, we can't choose that one now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, that's what a veto is.
I thought it just vetoed the old vote.
Well, I demand an
Oh.
apology.
I think, just to keep things spicy for everyone involved, random defiance changes.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Well, it'll be a random
It
defiance
doesn't
change
matter,
at
but I'm
Fallon.
gonna vote against that.
Voting has closed. everyone has declared that the Archbishop gets the King's full support. So Falcon's Defiance has gone up to 4.
Yeah, there it is.
The Patrician's Faith has dropped to 4. The East has dropped to 3. The Defiance in the East is 1. The Defiance in the Coast is 1. The East is 3, and my stability is 7. On the other hand, priests throughout the rest of the kingdom praise your name in their sermons.
Oh no, I mean, this kind of helped Purple and us, so it's not the end of the world. I think. Sorry, Zoe, if I did screw things up.
Everything's
It
going
was
wrong
funny.
in the north.
I know, right?
Your Highness, I've received reports of logger bandits holed up in camps inside my ancient grove. I've sent patrols, but my people are too afraid to approach the cursed trees. No doubt they're under Countess Duck's command. We must order her to pull the loggers out, lest they anger the tree spirits that dwell there.
Wait a minute, that's just an accusation.
J'accuse.
Wait, it still says it's Falcon.
Yeah, no, this
Yeah,
is fine.
Oh, that's
Duck.
weird.
But this should be...
No, that's
This
Duck.
is Duck.
This is a duck
Oh.
line.
This is
That
mine.
is Duck. That is a duck
Oh.
line, because I'm accused
By
of
the
Duck.
blood of
Duck
the
logger.
dead, you have no proof the loggers are mine. Stop wasting the council's time. Oh,
So,
Oh.
we hire mercs who aren't afraid of the trees, which will kill the treasury, lower
Yeah,
defiance
treasury.
in the chiefs, and pull 300 out of Falcon's wealth. Send the spy master, which will do something,
nothing.
probably. Set fire to the forest and smoke them out, which will lower stability, raise defiance, raise Felth, and also take money
Faith.
out of Falcon's pocket. What did I say?
Felth.
Felth.
Fell.
You'll burn down my ancient groves? How dare you?
Yeah.
Or let them be
Awesome.
the grove is not important, which will raise Duck's wealth. Or it might be Duck's
Yeah,
wealth.
probably.
It's
It
either
could very well raise my defiance further.
and it will raise Falcon's defiance even higher.
Arson,
Rip, I
I think
we
I have
should
my
go
gut
back
instinct
to-
is mercenaries.
Arson.
I think
We-
I think D is the best here, just because it raises Duck's wealth.
But Arson.
Just Duck's
But also-
wealth.
I think
I don't
because
mind taking the hit so long
Trip,
as we can
because-
keep them
Yeah,
in.
that's
13,
because
12,
because Falcon voted A, I think we should
10.
vote A.
9, 8,
I agree.
7.
You
But
all.
Arson.
Also, I kind of like the idea of just making Falcon spend money.
Yeah.
And the kingdom
It,
spend money.
it may be
You
Duck.
did not
This
what
money
you
I stole
have
from the council.
So you
Maybe
guys
I can
voted
decide.
to hire the mercenaries who aren't afraid of some trees.
Also, the mercenaries might be from the green, and that might be good for
So
us.
I lost 1,200 gold, and the North's
Wait.
defiance is now 2. You hire a costly but you hire costly but well-regarded mercenary band from the coast known as the Wings of Kyla, I presume. They waste no time chasing the loggers who are ill-equipped for warfare out of the ancient grove. Not long after, Countess Duck is forced to sell a few family heirlooms to keep herself afloat after undisclosed business loss. Purely coincidental, she assures you.
What?
Yeah, I thought it would be Falcon that'd spend the money, but nope. It was
Damn
Quackers.
it.
I don't agree with anything that just happened.
We should have done Arson.
So
Like,
now,
okay, before
Oh.
I think that's the one and only time I've ever gone, you know what? Let's not arson. And I almost regret it.
so now, tax time! You may collect a common tax, which is just 200 to my money, or target a specific region, which will raise defiance.
Falcons.
Probably
before-
on that region.
But before you pick me, because that seems
Falcon.
like the obvious choice, remember everyone else has effectively double the money I do. So really, I'm
What?
about the same as Zoe and Trip.
Wait, who
Theo, it's the fucking. They want to raise Falcon's defiance.
But it's
Wait,
okay,
who did
Zoe.
you
Right
take
now,
that from?
everyone is winning.
No, everyone bar the counts are winning. Because they need 6. A combined
Oh, they need
score of
6
6.
defiance.
Yeah.
A combined
Oh, goodness.
6.
They need that. Yeah.
I thought you just needed less than everyone else.
No.
we're the only ones that need it raised. Everybody else is already completed their first steps, so we should be working to lower it.
Gotcha.
I have found 3 potential matches for you. 1 eligible young woman from each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose wisely. You'll be securing a powerful alliance. And to have a partner for life to have and to hold. I suppose, but the alliance comes first. Thanks, Mother. Your mother leads you to the Great Hall where she's arranged 3 portraits on easels. For now, each is covered by a cloth.
I love how instead of bringing the women,
It's just 3 photos.
here's a picture.
Here's 3
It's like
women
medieval Bumble.
photos. There's no time for your sentiment. Just need a match that befits your station and suits your
I
political
feel like someone
needs.
else should be voicing Queen Mother for comedic effect.
Yeah.
I mean, you're the only one that
I
hasn't
feel
really
like-
had a line, Zoe.
That is true, but also I feel like it should be Anna. Because that's
Why?
really funny.
She whisks away the cloth
All
from
right,
the first
all right.
portrait.
I'll do it.
This is Hilda, firstborn daughter of the Northern Falcon Clan. Apparently, she can be a little shy with strangers, but I'm sure she's wonderful when she comes out of her shell. I've heard she spends most of her time playing cards or making wagers with friends and hangers-on. They say she's popular with the common folk up north, too. This is Sylvia. Marry her. The eldest daughter of the
Hold on.
I feel like the mother is biased in some way.
The eldest daughter of the Eastern Annalee dynasty. Apparently they had a hell of a time getting her to smile for the portrait. She had a laboratory installed in her castle and spends most of her time there conducting bizarre experiments. She went missing a while ago, but turned out she accidentally locked herself in her cellar. Survived on wine for a week, so she drinks as much as you do.
Annoyingly, I kind of like that. I kind of like.
And finally, from the coast, we have Octavia, the wealthy heiress to Lady Patrician Zoe's estate. I mean, just look at her. She's gorgeous. And apparently she's got a silver tongue, too.
Ouch.
Her interests are typical of the coast. Money, 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 and making more of it. There was also a scandal recently where she was publicly critical of the church. Nothing came of it.
Ow, my voice.
Keep going, Anna.
Of course, by picking Annalee's candidate, you'll anger the other regions, but you'll gain a lifelong alliance.
I've made my decision.
Well, which of them do you fucking want to marry and hurry up?
Who did you pick?
The east, purple.
Oh,
Excellent.
bitch.
We'll make the arrangements.
I have just
Oh,
handed.
Defiance.
Yeah, the defiance. It will change because we've still got 2 more things to deal with.
Ow. This is why I have a fucking voice change.
That
The Eastern winter has been especially cruel this year, Your Highness. I can still feel it in my bones.
Not your bones.
My bones!
you cunts don't know the meaning of the word cold.
Oi, it's pretty cold out here, you know?
Thanks for the follow, Brainiac.
This is exactly how people from Minnesota talk to people from Florida.
Your Grace, this is no joke.
I found the secret is layers.
It's not just about me. In the east, the river's frozen and people won't work for fear of frostbite. My butler touched an iron fence post and lost his entire finger.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, that's a bit hard to believe.
Well, back
Have
then
you
they
considered it
didn't
might
have
have been a
hot water.
skill issue?
Back then, they didn't have fingers.
Back then, they didn't have skill issues.
Sorry, Brainiac, we're not doing a public game at the minute, but that will be later. So stick around, watch us be idiots, and join in from there.
I changed
this
the
is much
title.
about
I
us
changed the
going.
title of my stream so that people would stop asking.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to keep interrupting. Another anonymous gifter
Oh, for fuck's sake.
gifted another 10 subs.
Damn!
Jesus.
Hey, Trip, could you potentially
Yeah,
give a
send
shout-out
them
to
our way.
AHNALED?
I'm sorry, I might cry.
And
Forgive
to
me.
what on Trip? What on Trip?
I've been given more money today than I've made it this year.
But
Um,
But
That's really cool, Trip. Good
Yeah.
for
That's
you.
we're
awesome.
happy
Wait,
for you,
that-
Trip.
That deserves a round of applause.
Hey!
Which is the one that is? Which round of applause have you got with the line in the middle of it? Play that one.
What?
Is it a round of applause or is it the crowd cheering one?
No, wait, where's the crowd cheering one? That's laugh. That's boo. That's aw. No, I don't. It's just cheer. I think it's just that one.
Oh, okay. I thought you had a cheer and some guy shouted something in the middle of it.
No, that's boo. Everybody listen
Oh.
to boo very quickly.
That's not what my dog sounds like.
It did cut it off. Oh.
No, the
Right,
boo
can
one
we
has somebody
vote?
screaming,
What's
"I suck
happening?
in it."
Anyway,
Go through the options.
clap, clap, clap. Well done, Trev. We can either send food to build eastern stockpiles, which will slaughter the treasury, lower defiance in the east, and raise farming.
But it
Send-
does mean we have pizza.
Send northern troops to clear the snow and ice, which has an 80% chance of cutting Falcon's military. Order the chiefs to send any surplus food, which has a 30% chance to affect their farming. Or leave the camps to deal with it, which will raise their defiance and kill their farming.
We don't
I
have
think we
any
need to-
stakes in any of these, Trip.
Not
Well,
really.
actually, we want the counts to just deal with it because
No,
it's
what we want is we
Insurrection
want
Defiance.
order the chiefs to send any surplus food.
No.
Because this fight literally has no effect on anything else y'all are doing. You just are going to screw us.
It doesn't actually affect any
Oh,
of
yeah.
us. So I think for the sake of future working together, I'm casting my vote for C.
Hey!
I'll do the same
Oh.
thing.
Thanks for the sub, Brainiac! Twitch
We're gonna work
Prime!
with you.
Woo! I need to adjust some of these. Enough so
Words.
Duh. The chiefs gather a vast amount of food from their own harvest and load it onto wagons. It's tricky business rolling them into the east, but people are delighted. So the north succeeded their farming challenge, which had a 30% because they have a farming of 3. The east are now loyal, and farming is now abundant.
Yeah, we're completely loyal.
Counts and peasants are like hole up in their homes, comfortable until the winter passes.
Thank you, kingly person.
Your Majesty will recall the devastating avalanche that struck the north.
Vaguely. Or I
I've
won't
only
lie.
mentioned it every time.
Or I
I've
won't
only
lie.
mentioned it every month this year.
Or I
It
won't
happened
lie.
in spring.
I don't know what you're talking about. The avalanche uncovered an ancient. Sorry,
But hang on.
Hey, sorry.
Put words in my
Ooh.
mouth. The avalanche uncovered an ancient stone door embedded in the mountainside. We suspect it may be one of our ancestors' tombs. Some locals pried open the door and investigated within. They did not return.
Idiots.
Oi.
So we can send a group of renowned northern warriors to explore the ruins, send a team of scholars from Quail University, or seal the tomb, which will raise presumably the chief's defiance.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter because none of these do anything.
I think they have effects in the long run, but I can't remember.
Yeah.
My gut says scholars.
Yeah.
My gut
knowledge
says my
people.
warriors can do this.
I'm gonna vote for.
Scholars.
I'm just gonna vote for A. I'm just gonna go with my heart.
I feel like if we send the warriors, they're gonna break things.
Yes, but it's our ancestral tombs.
And I feel like
Yeah.
if you send the warriors, at some point your military will go down, Falcon.
Yeah, that's also
Maybe.
a possibility.
A team of scholars are sent forth to investigate, accompanied by a few officers of the watch to ensure their safety. You hope to hear back from them soon.
Dot, dot, dot.
That's not ominous at all, is it? I have a new
Adopt
law,
the law.
which
Ooh.
alters how voting is run.
Oh, that's fun.
I can adopt one new law at a time and have a maximum of 3 to use. So I can mark
Oh,
my...
so you can get a different lifeline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Oh, brilliant.
I can vote for more and then swap them out, I think. So so I can
Yeah, yeah.
have my iron choice, which will I can mark my preferred option, and if it's chosen, I gain 1 authority. If the nobles vote for Monarch's choice, they gain 500 personal wealth. And I can stop the count. The timer is set to 15 seconds, and the vote will end automatically once the timer is up. I'm going to go for that one.
Why not? I thought Golden Choice was a great idea, personally.
Yeah.
Mutually beneficial for everyone, including you.
I don't get any money out of that.
I wish it would be more, like, it would show a little bit better what you chose.
Yeah, I to this point, I have no idea what you've chosen at any point.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to read out your choices as you make them.
I thought I did.
You
No,
have
it
not.
doesn't. You just said that one's funny, and then it doesn't
Sorry.
tell us what you picked.
Anyway, so now we have a new baby, the Scholar's Return, or the Royal Wedding. Your wedding to Sylvia is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. Feels like you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Sylvia at your side. I changed my mind, I can't do this, and just fuck off. Or,
I was actually going to do a voice.
then I pronounce you...
I pronounce you king and wife.
Oh god.
That's terrifying.
Satan
Thank
for
you,
this
Vader.
ceremony?
Which lowers everyone's defiance. Yes.
Oh my god.
After the wedding, of course, there's a feast, and after the feast, a dance. Your new wife, Sylvia, refuses to dance, preferring to brood in the corner. So my stability and my authority have gone up by 1, and
There has a
everyone's...
very stable kingdom.
Yeah!
For
And
now.
everyone's defiance has gone down. By the time you find yourself alone with Sylvia, it's past midnight, and you've never felt more tired. I was just waiting to see if... Oh, fuck up. No, Anna. No. Cut that shit out.
Word you're saying.
I hate
can't
it
make that word.
so much.
Sorry, doing that high-pitched voice hurts.
Would you like to phone a friend to the voice actor in the call?
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah. Did you see the 8 crows perched on the church tower as we walked into the cathedral? A dire omen.
I like that voice.
I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. Your words don't seem to sink in, and instead she bursts into tears.
I feel to be married to Trip.
Hold on, we need to acknowledge
This is
something.
an anonymous gifter. I'm supposed to be crying. Now I'm crying the other guy. God damn it. Anonymous gifter has gifted another 16 tier 1 subs.
Holy
my God.
Wow.
Jesus.
Bloody hell!
What the
Congratulations!
Congratulations,
How
Trip.
does it feel for you to have over 30 subs past your goal?
I am speechless. I am shedding real tears.
Aw.
That's awesome. I'm so
Everyone
It's very
following
fitting
all
that,
of our streams,
I'm sorry.
make
I was gonna-
Trip cry more.
Wow, Anna.
It's okay. It's very funny that right as it said Sylvia burst into tears, that alert came through on my phone, and I shed more tears.
Aw.
Hmm?
Love you, Trip.
Love you guys too. Anyways,
Well done,
I'm supposed to be talking. Great idea. They get married for love, not politics. Oh, to live the simple life of a commoner.
So I can say, somehow I doubt you'd actually enjoy being poor. Your life's not so bad, or they're there, we're both in this together.
I think you know what you have to pick.
They're there, we're both in this together.
No, that's not what I meant.
I clicked it anyway. You comfort Sylvia long into the night, listening as she expresses her doubts and fears. As dawn breaks, she falls asleep on your shoulder, exhausted.
Ah.
Theo, if you mess this relationship up, I will arson.
Yeah.
So he gets to say something!
What's up, bitch? So I got some great news from my mates in the coast. How you doing? A fucking baby's been born on your birthday, bearing a birthmark in the shape of the number 9, a fantastic omen. Perhaps we should mark the occasion.
So,
Question:
Has
the number 9 got a line under it telling you it's a number 9? Because it might be a number 6.
That's an excellent question. It might
turn the baby upside down, innit?
make sure it ain't sort of Satan.
Oh, now what we need to do is we need to find a baby with a 6 birthmark, and then we can make the funny weed number.
96.
Weed number?
The king will send his blessings. The king has no time for peasant brats.
Holy shit.
Give the parents a bounty of jewels and fine wine, or send the Inquisition to make sure the birthmark is real.
Zoe brings up a really good point, because we need to make sure this is real before we a bounty of gold, of jewels and fine wine.
I'm gonna...
No, you just want defiance up.
Yeah.
Yes, of course we do. You've got your goal. Falcon's got their goal, I believe, and we want our goal.
Have we been attacking your goal at all?
Yes.
No, we haven't. We haven't done once.
You haven't had the option to.
No.
Exactly.
That's not the same thing.
That doesn't prove anything, Anna. If you had the option, I'm sure you would have at least considered it.
Well, considered yes, but acted no. There's a completely different thing on both of those.
Hear us out. All we want is for Dio to fall.
Yes.
That's all we want.
And if we have 3 working
Dio's
schemes,
gonna veto. It'd be really funny if he vetoed D.
If he does, I shall ask.
Anyway, get voting. Jesus Christ!
We could always just vote B.
Yeah, let's just all vote B, because we have the power to just tell them to go fuck themselves.
Listen, we have helped you out. We have helped you out in the past.
Anna,
we have no time for
Anna, we're just trying to make you guys the ones that are being bullied, so we don't get bullied. I'm voting B.
And I will continue to fight you at every fucking turn.
Trip.
Hey!
Oh, Trip!
I have a reason. It fricks up the stability.
And their stability is
Oh.
Trip.
What you didn't know is it also screws with your faith.
Faith doesn't matter.
Okay,
Yeah,
I don't give a shit.
For them it does.
No, it doesn't.
Why?
It does for Falcon. I don't give a
No,
shit.
it does not.
No.
And the
Oh, that's
lower it
great.
is, the better. It's already low.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was
Falcon.
looking at
Falcon.
For some odd reason, I was looking at your trade as faith. I don't know.
Were you trying to deceive?
No.
I helped you. We're aloof again.
Isn't it better? Isn't
Your
it better
Serene
to be
Highness,
aloof?
I assure you, there is no deception going on here, you bitch.
I'll be the judge of that.
Dio?
When the High Inquisitor returns, she is forced to admit that the birthmark is indeed genuine, but her rude questions and threats have turned the local population against her. The coast now hate Faith even more.
Shame.
So yeah, I did help you guys.
No.
Everyone's helped us.
Actually, you just helped out Blue, who still is lower everyone's face.
We were
Why am
unaffected.
I was completely screwing all this up. Anyway, please continue.
Yeah, you were.
This is why I should be governor instead of Anna.
Bizarre news from the tomb in the north, Your Majesty. The scholars of Quail University have finished their excavation.
They're not dead.
Inside, they made contact with an army of warriors made entirely from ice.
Who the
Frozen
blo-
soldiers declared their loyalty to King Bjarnolf and asked to be taken to him.
Who the blazes in King Bjarnolf?
Wait, is this just a bunch of Captain Americas?
Yes, but made of ice, not just frozen in ice.
It's the White Walkers.
Mm-hmm.
King Bjarnolf
I
died
have a-
400 years ago.
I
He
hope
was
you
a
guys
king
don't mind my interjections. Another announcement. We officially have more unsubbed than subbed people on my channel.
Oh, wow.
With another 10 gifted subs.
Jesus.
Wow.
Go Trip.
Thank you for convincing me to do King of the Castle today with you, Dio.
So about going to that party trip.
Yeah, I'm unfortunate. I do have to go at in an hour and 15 minutes. I am committed, unfortunately, to that. And I'm a person of my word.
Anyway, Falcon.
King Bjarnolf died 400 years ago. He was a king back when the North was independent. The Ice Warriors have trouble understanding this, though.
What do you suggest?
Referendum.
King Bjarnolf is interred in the Hall of Heroes in Wintergate. We could take them to see his skeleton. Perhaps that will persuade them that he's dead.
A foolish idea. We should break them apart and try to work out the magic that powers them.
I love Anna's outfit.
I did not ask you, Easterner.
So we can take the Ice Warriors, which will kill Falcon's farming. Order your scholars to take them apart and see how they work, which will lower Falcon's military and my authority. Seal them in the tomb for good, which will raise Falcon's defiance. Or tell them that the current monarch is King Bjarnolf.
That cannot go well.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
lying to
Sounds
them.
funny.
Yeah.
I'm going to
It
give
is
you
funny.
15 seconds. Have fun.
I pick funny.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
pick
pick-
funny.
What you thinking, Zoe? Funny?
Funny.
Funny it is.
Oh, I wasted my vote.
Well, good luck dealing with that.
When the Ice Warriors are told that their ancient king Bjarnolf still rules the kingdom, they accept it without question. They offer to serve the local northern chiefs as shock troops. They are powerful, dangerous warriors. So I can either order them to march south and swear fealty to me, or allow them to remain under the North's control, which fucks over the East and raises Falcon's military, which is what we're going to do.
But
No.
isn't your goal to raise your military above everyone else's?
Yes.
No,
It is.
I just have to get a certain level of military, and I forgot
Yeah, no,
what.
because Dio doesn't have his own military.
I think
right.
you have to get like 14 military across all three of us.
Something like that. And
Yeah.
I'm at
Yeah.
16.
60?
So that is the end of this season. Northern sages tell of Old Hell's Horn, once gifted to the mortals by the honey-blooded prince himself, then lost to the snows of time, never to be found again, until now. By all... Oop.
By all the gods, can you believe it? This has been the most bountiful spring in living memory. The grass is green, the sun is warm, even our sheep have given birth in record numbers.
Doesn't seem like Scotland.
If no one's bagging this voice, can I do the small Victorian
Yes.
boy final?
Yes.
Sure,
Yes.
sure, we'll have the chief of the North be a small Victorian boy.
It's the work of the Oddheld, my friend. We've spent many months beseeching him, and now he has rewarded us with the means to overthrow the king's regime.
Truly. You mean to say he has pointed us to his horn?
Hey, but it's far to the north, in the Ice Giant's territory. The frozen wastes. We'll need...
So I'm going to Mr. Poopy Butthole.
Wondering.
We'll need a hearty force of heroes to stand any chance of retrieving it.
Well,
For the next stage of the chief scheme, they must raise their military to 5 or more in 2 seasons.
Well,
That's easy.
well.
Far in the east, Countess Duck is hosting a dinner party in her castle with a few distinguished guests.
Brave news, Spymaster, still watching us like a fox stalking a hen.
A good thing we are not hens, then. We are crows,
I'm a
and
duck.
far cleverer than the fox could ever imagine.
Agreed. But since we're clever little crows, let's continue to look like harmless hens for as long as we can.
The Count's aim is to raise other regions' defiance to a total of at least 6, or ensure another region rebels.
Rebel.
In a dingy seaside tavern, 2 patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme.
The coast's economy has never been better. We're making more money than I know what to do with.
Money breeds money. I've made a series of investments to improve our profits even more.
So they
But
both.
what do we do with the rest of all this gold?
So you both just got some personal wealth.
Yep.
We've got like
Time to start buying things, of course. Land, roads, bridges. We'll buy up the whole kingdom piece by piece. But first, the king must be in desperate need of our gold.
To advance their scheme, the patricians must lower the treasury to 1,500 or less in 2 seasons.
Oh, that's a fun one.
Okay.
Hey, Duck.
Your Majesty.
I have an idea.
So, we screwed over the counts. They're still on their first step, whereas the north and the coast are on stage 2.
I'm absolutely down for some green and purple collusion here. That was a sentence. As well.
You're gonna be doing like the Hulk combo down there, whatever.
King Dietor!
Anna, it's not you. It's Trip.
Ah, King Dietor.
What? No?
Yeah.
I've
You're the
recently
mother.
purchased a
Oh, that's
very
right.
rare reagent for one of my biological studies. Zycurian Black Pearl. Unfortunately, it's been delayed. I was buying it from noble patrician Trip.
How convenient.
Could you ask them about it? If you have time, of course.
Of course I'll look into it.
How delightful. Let me know how you fare.
You summon noble patrician Trip to the council chambers to the next day and talk in private.
Greetings, your esteemed highness. What can I do for you?
I hear you have something for my wife, or I need to buy a Zycurian Black Pearl. I'm gonna say you have something for my wife, because if I offer to buy another one, my money goes down.
Regrettably, I can't give you the Black Pearl just yet.
Come on, I just want the ship.
These pearls are worth quite a lot at the moment, more than any simple white pearl, and the supply has dried up ever since that merchant vessel sank on the way back from Valinir. My point is, I'm afraid the price that the Queen Consort paid will no longer cover the cost of the item.
Oh,
Decisions, King Dietor.
But you had a deal. I'll pay for it, which will gift the Trip and Zoe the thing. Forget it, Sylvia will do it. Or roll the dice and say, just hand me the pearl or I'll have you locked away for fraud. Yes!
Now, there's no need to be so hasty, your esteemed highness. Perhaps we can work something out with the Queen Consort.
Sylvia receives the Black Pearl before the week's end. She's almost pleased with it.
Nice, Trip.
And Trip gets
Even
more money.
More money.
Money.
So much goddamn money.
Trip's money's at the level mine was when I got taxed.
The elderly Countess Iolanda, a cousin many times removed, the Countess Duck died in her sleep last week. She was nearly 90, would you believe? Why are you telling me this? She was very wealthy, Your Majesty. She could have spent more time on her account. She died without a will and the nobles are scrabbling for her estate.
Countess Iolanda was my relative. I wrote to her at least once a year. Of course the estate should be mine.
I legit thought it was just going to say, I wrote to her at least once, and just end there.
Once a year is also fun. My late great-grandfather used to play backgammon with her. He swore she intended to leave it to our family.
Bollocks.
Leave what?
The money.
The
The
estate.
relative. By the blood of the dead, that's a pitiful claim.
So, we can give it to Duck.
Yes.
Who and the it might send the patricians.
I'm having some Discord lag. Hello?
Hello.
Welcome back. So,
Aloha.
it will probably send the patricians' defiance up and
Alright,
it
listen, I
counts
I
down.
have to leave the call, join with my headphones, and come back in. Don't start the vote. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Alright.
It will send Duck's wealth up, and I will get some in the treasury. Give the estate to Trip, and it will do the opposite. Give Trip the wealth, who doesn't fucking need it at the minute, and give me money. redistribute the estate among the eastern peasants, which will raise defiance of both, and raise trade for one or both. Or claim the estate for the treasury, which will raise defiance in both, but give me $1,000.
Now,
I like this one.
Wait. Okay, but you say you prefer that, but we can just say,
Ignore
We
it.
can ignore it.
Yeah,
We
you
can-
ignore it, yeah.
we can say bugger off.
welcome back.
What you should have done is veto B.
Yeah.
Alright, I am re-showing my screen.
Yeah, fuck it.
1 second. I need to make sure everything's still working. There we go. Everything is still.
Okay.
Oh, you vetoed me.
So it doesn't really matter what we do, so we've got to kind of just look at where the vote's going. I think just use our votes to put the least money in the treasury possible.
Yeah, that sounds logical.
Well, hear us out. If you give us the money, give me the money, especially because I want money. We can help you out down the line with removing all the treasury as possible.
What
Honestly,
about they give them to the eastern peasants?
I mean, that would be
Well, I
ideal
want
for us,
money.
but we're not going to be able to vote that in, Falcon, unless you want to vote with me and Trip for C.
Do you really not know how trickle-down economics works? You give the money to the rich people, and obviously the poor people will get it.
Well, I think
I'm
we should
honestly-
vote and see how it shakes out.
Anyway, go.
Give me the money.
That does.
Falcon, who are you voting for? What are you
I
voting
will
for?
say, giving
I
it to
will
Duck does help the treasury.
Yeah, but
Actually, every option helps the treasury
Bossy.
except for
indirectly.
C.
C might also help them indirectly. I don't know.
Falcon, what are you voting for?
But why don't you two vote?
6,
Fuck it, I'm
5,
just going for it.
4, 3,
Falcon.
2, 1.
Falcon.
Really, Falcon? So I can either give Duck money
Yes. You also get a bit of money.
or give it to the peasants.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I get money too. I get money too. So the coast is now grumbling.
We're grumbling!
But Countess Duck and the other counts are delighted.
wow.
They even send you and the treasurer a gift basket as a token of their appreciation.
No!
I get
Since when did I give you a gift basket? I want it back.
That was a gift basket for herself.
Also, did this end up helping no one except Dio?
yeah, pretty much.
No, it's
Well, Doug got a lot of money and our defiance raise, so it also helps the East even more, but indirectly.
Where
Can you
is that
just
behind
Can you just show us how much money Duck has?
Not as much as Trip.
Right?
More than Trip, just about.
More than Trip.
Oh wow. Money, money, money.
Anna's poor.
Behold your majesty.
Countess Duck pulls aside a tarpaulin to reveal a granite statue of Countess Anna. The statue is impeccably detailed. Its expression a frozen grimace.
That's literally what's on my face right now.
A sad sight, is it not?
A gift for me. The sculptor is most talented, or that's not a statue, is it? Thanks for the follow out of town. Hi, friend. That's not a statue, is it?
Words observed, your highness. This is all that remains of my fellow countess.
Rest in peace, Anna.
It would seem that the Stone Maiden is abroad in the east.
Oh my god.
Who's that?
The juicer, you fool!
Is that a fairy tale? Or, well, I know she's abroad. She's called the Stone Maiden.
I mean it, Dick. There's no laughing.
It's a little funny.
It's
Getting
a
turned
lot.
to stone.
She is a walking statue
Conceptually
with burning
funny.
yellow eyes. All who meet her gaze are turned to stone. She sleeps for years at a time before waking and terrorizing the kingdom. She must have ambushed Countess Anna Lee. Or No, sorry, on the latest walk in the cemetery. Please, Your Majesty, we must do something.
So we can
bullied here.
hire a wizard, which will like flat out ruin the
Yes.
treasury.
Yes.
Oh god.
Which
And
will
most importantly, before you say any other options, this brings Anna back into the game. So I'm automatically there for that.
But
Yeah.
if Anna dies, her heir takes over.
I would
Oh.
also like to point
Maybe?
out that there is no veto.
Oh!
Yeah.
It's on cooldown.
Yeah.
I also find consult the fairy tales for a solution is a very
No.
fun.
Am I going to be able to vote? Is my question.
Doubt it.
question mark.
I think you probably can.
Trip, we know you know what we got to do.
So you
Absolutely.
send an army to smash this thing to rubble, which has a 30% chance of success with the I don't know how this works. Tell everyone in the east to hide, which is 40% authority choice, or consult the fairy tales for a solution.
How are we even deciding this? Let me in.
Annalise the second.
Let her in! Or out, I guess. Not
No.
in. Let her out!
Well, that's it. It's decided.
Yeah.
You
But-
have enabled the
But my money.
Fuck you,
Yeah.
man.
Your friend!
She's,
What's more important,
she's already
friends or
she's
money?
already dead.
Don't ask that question because I know the answer to it, and the results will surprise you.
No, she
The fairy
is.
tale
It's
might
Annalie
happen.
the second. Anna
Oh,
Anna the first is dead.
rip
For
Anna.
now,
Countess Annalie has
Oh.
died.
Oh
Annalie,
my god.
Annalie too has joined the council. The wizard is a smoking ruin of a twisted slag.
I think
Mouth
it's
stretched.
Annalie the second, and not Annalie two.
Whatever. Mouth stretched in a silent scream, carried into your throne room atop a palanquin. He is set
Annalie
down
thinks
carefully
it's a
by a
double
team
boy.
of sickly-looking apprentices. He wants to read.
What the hell is that?
Trip, this is on you.
I hear you are having trouble with a woman who turns people to stone. How's that?
That's good.
Brilliant.
I like that.
A matter I regretfully have some experience with.
I will say with that voice
was
Trip, you have to put the
wonderful.
cigarettes down though. Sounds like you're smoking a fucking like
Good joke,
60 a
Theo.
day.
Hold on. If we're going with that,
Fuck's sake, Anna. I can make this. Oh, sorry.
I can make this problem go away for the advertised fee and a small sacrifice.
Is it Annalie the second?
that's Anna to you.
I require is one of the king's teeth.
But I like my teeth.
You have plenty of teeth.
What? No way. For what possible reason? But I just remembered to floss.
This will make
This will make flossing, if anything, easier.
Did they have flossing in medieval
Uh,
times?
who knows?
They did. I actually do know about this. Dental care goes all the way back to the ancient Egyptians, who invented both the toothbrush and toothpaste.
Holy
Ooh.
shit.
Floss came later using papyrus.
You survey the worried faces of your noble. Allowing this wizard to pull out a royal tooth looks weak, but condemning your citizens look cowardly. So I say, fine, take the tooth and lose a dot of authority, or say, I refuse, get out of here. I get my money back.
But a bunch of other shit goes down.
So the farming goes down in the east. My stability goes down. Trade in the east goes up, I presume, or everyone else's trade to support the east, and someone gets 300 gold.
Theo, honor the vote that your council made.
I lose a tooth.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
That area, or
Make a fine addition to my collection.
who asked it?
I'm sorry, is this freaking Smoky General Grievous?
Yeah.
This will make a fine addition to my
ability of
collection.
9.
God damn it! We need to run through, dear.
Yeah. At last, Gordius sticks to his at least Gordius sticks to his promises. Within a week, the stone maiden eyes are dark. She's a statue once more, silent and unmoving, with village children dancing around her and pigeons making messes on her head. I love this game. End
Yeah,
the
This is
season.
genuinely really good.
I'm having loads of fun with this. Oh, okay.
Okay.
So
Oh,
it's auction time. So we can build the chiefs a fortress, which will raise their military even more. We can build a stadium, which will lower their military. Build a library, which will raise my stability. Build a theatre, which will lower my authority. Might respect my authority. Build a monument, which will raise my authority. Or build a prison, which will lower my stability. How
we
will...
definitely. I feel like we need.
May I point out the fact that in terms of our goals, the nobles, the only one of these buildings that affects the goals is either increasing or decreasing Falcon's military, and Falcon needs to have increased military to progress. So I feel like the greens and the purples should come together to stop that from happening.
To be fair, Zoe,
But
if
the
you...
thing is,
What?
I've already achieved it by 2, so this will actually have no impact on the end result.
Well,
I would
no,
also
but
like to point out, what are you
you're not
going
just
to
gonna
do
let you
for
run away with it.
what are you going to do for us in the
I
long
mean,
term
I have
in order
voted
to do
for
this?
I have voted for your things almost
Oh,
every
yeah.
single time last section.
Oh yeah, Trip, you and I have no issues, but
Yeah.
I need to secure that final vote
That's fair.
because right now Falcon has all the power because both blue and green are normally voting against each other. So we need to secure that final vote. So, Zoe, what are you going to do for us to give money for that theater project? Or for the stadium project?
Logically, letting Falcon increase the military or just avoiding decreasing it does not hurt us at all. It just helps Falcon. So
And-
don't do this egotistic altruism. Don't do this because you want to have an alliance with us. You want to work with us. Do this because you have invested interest in Falcon, not just running away with the whole thing.
No, I don't. Like, we're a step behind your plan. So we really at this point can either side with Falcon or side with you and Trip. And that's what you're going to have to talk me into supporting the green faction at this point.
Falcon, just quickly, is rebellion on authority or stability?
I think it's stability.
Okay. I was going to say,
Did you say authority or stability?
I think it's on stability.
I can't remember, because I was going to say, if it was on authority, if you build the theatre, that would allow the patricians to rebel.
And we do the auction.
Do the auction, finds out what happens.
How do I buy?
You hit pledge on something.
Yeah, you pledge in 100 increments.
I mean, is there any reason not to bid more? I'm confused.
I mean,
Well,
basically, Doug, if there's a building you want that is lower and isn't in the top 2, you have to throw more money at it.
Trip, we have enough money to throw at this.
Yeah, I'm watching it very carefully to see when I need to step in.
Mm.
If I need to step in. And your money's not spent if it's not one of the top 2, right?
Yeah, so if you don't,
It's not.
if you don't win the vote, you get your money back. So I feel like Falcon's getting 700 gold back.
I think that's it.
Unless Falcon can quickly tap 3 times. Nope.
No.
Money, money,
I
money.
love democracy.
So the Falcon's military went down. Zoe threw 800 gold at that. And the prison got built, so my stability went down, and Duck threw 800 gold at that.
Yes.
Being an anti-establishment person, this game is kind of hilarious to play.
So
Yeah.
I just want to know, what does it say about your heir, ...
They're dead.
Find out.
You might be
Born yet.
pregnant, Dio.
Your
Yeah,
Majesty
no,
Sylvia
okay.
has grown strong and steady like an old castle wall. Though it began as a political arrangement, it's blossomed into something like love. High time you thought about an heir.
Oh, thank goodness, it's the mom.
Congratulations are in order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair.
I'm very happy, thank you. It went about as well as could be expected, or felt like it was more like a life sentence. I'm very happy.
Good.
I don't give a fuck about your happiness. It's not as important as fulfilling your duty to the kingdom. Get to fucking.
Oh my god!
Jesus.
I am so sorry, Trip.
I love this
You
character so much.
You've done well so far, but something's still amiss. An heir. You need someone young, whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own would do the trick, even if they're a bastard, or the youngest of your many cousins.
So either my wife and I will have a child together. I'm pretty sure I have a bastard child lying around here somewhere. I'll make my youngest cousin my heir, or I plan to adopt a lowborn from an orphanage. Let's have a child.
Ah, the traditional method. No one will object to that. I'll arrange for you to take a month off from ruling. Get down to business. Your feet. Done.
Down to business.
The long march north. Good evening, Your Majesty. Tell me, have you ever heard of Alden's Horn? So please explain. Sounds like the punchline of a bad joke. Some kind of bottomless drink tavern promotion, or a northern legend, right? Drinking. That may well be one part of its abilities, but there's certainly more to it than that. The Horn of Oldheld is northern legend. The horn gifted to mortals before the Ninth Triumph during the Cursed Age. Pagan superstition, surely. Partly, the horn is likely the creation of one of the deposed gods. The chiefs have merely built up the myth as a way to understand things beyond their understanding. But it is reeled. Reeled? It is said to have the power to destroy any fortification with a single toot. The chiefs are searching for it in the frozen waste, having received a sign hinting at its location. Meanwhile, the ice giants live? Precisely. We need to stop them before they retrieve it, if at all possible. They've gathered a great host of warrior heroes for the journey to the waste. We must act fast to have any hope in stopping them. We hastily assemble the council to deal with the chief's military build-up. The chiefs predictably deny everything.
What do you mean? Would you deny us our right to protect ourselves from the ice giants? Bah.
Bah! So, forbid them from entering the frozen waste, which will raise their defiance, lower their military, and lower my authority. Ban all public mention of Oldheld's Horn, delay the scheme for 1 season, or allow the chiefs to continue building up their forces. I like this one.
Well, you can't really stop me from... It's... If my military goes down, that's your biggest bit of military, to be honest.
Where's
But
my
it seems I
mouse?
don't have a choice.
No,
Yeah.
you don't. I'm sorry.
We still love you, we just don't love your people as much.
Fuck you and your military. No, I don't love you. I don't like you anymore.
You think... Ooh.
You think a piece of paper will stop us? You don't know what a northern chief is made of.
Your defiance is now 4.
I am blue.
Giving the counts their score they need. Although your decree discourages a few law-abiding northern warriors from joining the expedition, you cannot stop them by law alone. Your military has gone down by 1, and
It's
my
still enough.
authority is now 3.
Ineffective.
Tempting
You know,
offer.
Not the first time I've heard Dietor described as ineffective.
What's up, bitch? It has come to my attention that across the kingdom there are all manners of roads, bridges, walls, canals. And what do they all have in common?
They're damn expensive to build.
Exactly, you bitch. And yet they make you no money.
So rude.
I am willing to take them off your hands, saving you the cost of upkeep, and pay you handsomely in return. Ask your treasurer. It makes perfect financial sense. I don't want to do this. Can I say no?
Money,
This
money,
is
money.
terrible idea,
Sounds
guys.
good to me. What do you make of it, treasurer? Or I won't sell a single brick. The treasury's not exactly looking healthy, and this would be a welcome cash injection. I can't work out why the projections would be this helpful. It's suspicious. Perhaps we should call a council vote. So, make
We
the
need to
roads and
stop
bridges pay for their own upkeep by charging tolls, which will give me $1,000. Raise defiance probably across the board and lower my stability. Enact a law to prevent patricians from buying public property, which will delay the scheme for a season, or there's no reason to take any drastic action.
I want to point out that if we vote A, then it's still that one scheme is still going to be in play.
Yeah.
Anyway, go
And
on.
I think that's actually like the next step of the plan was reduce the treasury so they could buy up the stuff, and that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
This seems like a weird choice for us because we have to reduce your treasury. Why are we helping it?
Because it's not. No.
No,
So
but
basically,
our goal is still telling us that we need to lower it by the next season.
Yeah,
I
I'm.
just think there's no reason
no,
to
it's
do
not
anything.
because it has to be under 1,600. It doesn't affect it. It's still under goal.
I thought it was 15 or 12.
It's 1,500.
It's still under.
Oh, I didn't vote in time.
Zoe.
I tied it.
So we got the
No, I
voting.
did.
Fuck!
You should have vetoed.
Get bricked, literally. Did it say
Thank-
something about bricks? I don't know. Sorry, continue.
Thank goodness. This is a free country after all.
Is it?
You want to privatise the NHS as well, Zoe?
Not particularly.
Okay.
Just everything except the NHS. You know how it is.
Okay.
Unbeknownst to the rest of the kingdom, a great battle has taken place in the frozen waste. Chief Falcon staggers home to a clan hall where Nut is waiting.
Here we go, baby.
It is done. The ice giants have been defeated at a great cost. Behold, the Horn of Odholm.
As she brandishes the horn, the room goes silent. A crooked old ram's horn by the looks of it, but as big as a person's head and inlaid with gold and ancient runes of power.
Who was that again?
each and every god.
That wasn't the Jordan Child.
This horn has the power to collapse buildings, cause earthquakes, even destroy mountains. We must assemble the other chiefs at once to decide on how it will be used.
So you threaten to destroy the kingdom's food supplies, which is lower everybody else's farming, or sneak into the capital and collapse the palace onto the monarch's head, which is lower the authority.
I think this is just a Falcon. vote.
Falcon gets to choose.
Yeah, this is just me to pick, and I think this sounds funny.
But I like my head!
I mean, it's probably already under the goal.
I
already.
like my head!
Josh.
A bit too sneaky for my liking, but I'll get the job done.
We best make sure that
That's
security
just
is
my
lax
point.
enough.
No, that's
Oh,
me. That's me.
I'm sorry.
Hello there! We best make sure that security is lax enough for us to sneak in. I'm used to sneaking into places. I'm sure we could convince the king to relax a few restrictions here and there. For the good of the realm, of course.
For the final stage of their scheme, the chiefs must lower authority to 1 or less.
Whoa.
So,
didn't we
at
go
least
on
one region has entered the final stage of their scheme. If they pass it, they'll win the game. There are some exceptions. If 2 or more regions pass a final scheme stage, the winner will be decided at random.
Oh fuck.
If stability, authority, or treasury hit 0 and a final scheme stage passes at the same time, the scheme takes priority. If a rebellion ends with a rebellion win and a final scheme passes at the same time, the scheme takes priority. The monarch can only win in ambition events, which appear after you've acquired an heir. I'm working on it, game! Giggity.
Thanks to our
on it
efforts, the
faster.
Spy Master's focusing her attention on other
Come on, dear,
regions.
get to fucking.
Fuck's sake.
And while the cat's away, the mice shall play.
And when the cat returns, it'll find the mice have poisoned its kibble.
The analogy is a little tortured now, but I like the enthusiasm. Our next step is to replace the Palace Watch with our own agents.
Didn't I do that already?
Nope.
No,
Indeed, the honor guard are incorruptible, but the watch are another story. If the king can't pay them, they will look for money elsewhere.
Well, the honor guard are of the counts anyway, aren't they?
no.
No, they were mercenaries,
they're
were they
mine.
not?
Oh, well,
No,
there you go,
I picked the
then.
counts.
Chiefs.
They're
Oh, no, were they
mine. It
chiefs,
should make
did
it
I?
very easy to sneak in.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at that, Purple.
Oh,
Hey.
fuck's sake. Bollocks! Sitting on a bench outside a sun-bleached villa, two patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme.
To what do I owe this pleasure, Madam Treasurer? I'm pretty sure you were doing the treasurer.
I'll give it a rest. You know why I'm here. Let's hurry this up, shall we? Where do I sign?
Here, and right here.
There you go. You've got what you wanted. Now give me the money.
Not so fast, Madam Treasurer. Didn't we also agree to sign over ownership of the Royal Mint's gold mine?
No. Damn. So I did. Very well. Here you go.
Oh no.
Of course. Goodbye, Madam Treasurer.
Do my eyes deceive me? Was that the royal treasurer you were speaking with?
Indeed, my friend. Good news. With the king's gold running out, the treasurer was willing to sell off the kingdom's roads and bridges.
Soon this kingdom will be ours. But what will we do when we own everything?
So turn the king into a proud corporate mascot, which is raising stability, which is already pretty high anyway.
Yeah, it is pretty high.
Or mercilessly
Or lower it
extract wealth from the kingdom until it collapses, which is lowering the authority.
So the question is, do we want to work alone or do we want to work with Falcon and coin flip?
Yeah, I was going to say it would be completely random chance if you would actually.
And who would benefit from it?
Let's go for Falcon. Do it for
Falcon.
the
Oh
content.
no.
Do it for
Contest.
the content.
Contest.
Let's end this game on a
Content.
fucking coin flip. Let's Mario Party this bitch.
Hell yeah. Oh, I would love to play Mario Party with you guys at some point.
Yeah.
I'm game.
100%. We've invested a lot of money in this kingdom. It's about time we started turning a profit.
But what about the king? Won't he try to stop us?
The key word there, my friend, is try.
For the final stage of the patrician scheme, they must lower the authority to 1 or less. I wonder where most of the votes are fucking going. Who has the most amount of money?
Here's the fun part is that now
Tax the patricians.
Achoo.
Duck and I have the most important votes in the game.
Who did you tax?
You guys.
Ah, fuck.
Rude.
Now you know how it feels to be taxed.
Yeah.
So, counterfeit currency, bankruptcy looms, or a helping hand. Your Majesty, we're broke. We can't even afford to pay our sweepers. The capital streets are overflowing with trap. I refuse to sell my gold dinner plates. Of course not. There are standards to keep. Fortunately, Countess Annalie II has offered to lend a hand with her 700 gold.
Wait, aren't you supposed to... Isn't your group's goal to lower the treasury?
The
Yes.
East is with you, Your
Interesting.
Highness. If we can help this beautiful city, we will.
So you can ask the faithful East to make a pilgrimage to the capital, which is, yes, faith. Host a street festival for the Eastern merchants, which is trade-based. Strongly encourage donations from wealthy counts, which will raise defiance, lower their own wealth, but give 2 grand to the treasury. Or the king requires no help, which will lower my authority. Considering there's 3 people against the counts, I'm going to suggest this one.
See, that's a great idea, however.
Yeah.
The
Fuck
king
it.
requires no help.
I
You
should
should have vetoed that.
I should have vetoed.
Bitch.
I meant
I
to.
don't know why you didn't.
I
It was such an
didn't
obvious
think.
choice.
I
Fuck!
mean, our votes,
Quiet.
our votes aren't being counted anymore.
No,
God.
because it's
Help from
3
the
versus
votes in this
2.
game.
Get fucked.
Shit biscuits.
I've had to, in the past, I've always had to try to convince other people to vote.
The code
Why
says
one, or just sit there and try and tie it.
But now you have a common goal with both
Yeah.
parties, so
Mhm.
yeah, they've got
We
the
are
game.
going to put this entire 2-hour game down to a coin.
I love that.
Fucking guarantee.
the coast
it.
has been prosperous of late, but my tax collectors are reporting suspicious coins in the latest takings. The whole region is awash with fake money. No surprise there. The council needs to act. Either I
Treasuries.
can't afford it.
Game's calling you broke.
Well, I mean, Dio, you can literally just make this choice.
I
Yeah.
did.
Nobody.
Oh my god.
Wait. Nobody vote.
Yeah,
Nobody
I'm
vote.
actually curious to see what happens. Nobody
Yeah.
votes.
That's a good idea. Actually, no, I do know what happens. It mentioned the king picks if at the end of
Oh.
the time.
Well, we're new animations.
Yeah, new
Yes.
things.
So,
We will force the king to pick.
I love the
Housewife
idea that
everybody.
that's good.
We're the ones in control here.
I love the idea that like the king is just standing in a court. It's just like I'm awaiting your decision,
Just
and they're all just talking amongst themselves.
tapping,
No, no, no.
just
We're all
tapping my foot
staring
at the
at him,
front.
not blinking.
That's also
Oh,
very
girls.
funny.
We're just filibustering it.
Voting has closed. Nobody voted for anything, but it passed anyway.
Tyrion votes.
After weeks of experimenting, the new coin is invented. It has a special pattern of ridges along the rim that make it nearly impossible to counterfeit. However, they are much more expensive to manufacture. Rolling them out across the kingdom will take time. Meanwhile, people will continue to use the old coins, impacting trade in the coast.
That's fine.
Okay.
We don't need it.
You're
I
already
like
rich
how
enough.
everything is about bankruptcy now.
The treasury is almost empty, Your Highness. Where the hell did it all go? I couldn't possibly say, Your Majesty. Perhaps you've been spending it a little bit too freely.
What
Apart,
a great
Golden
treasure.
plates.
apart from raising taxes, we have a few precious options. You could get a bank loan, sell off the crown jewels, or perhaps crack open some of your predecessors' tombs. Most were buried with piles of gold, so I've heard.
Oh,
Oh.
right. What have you got?
Tomb
Take a
raiding!
hefty loan.
I'm going
Okay,
tomb
well,
raiding.
I was
Didn't
gonna
even
read
get to
them.
read them.
I meant,
Yeah.
sorry, I got a little bit excited by tomb raiding.
Yeah, no shit.
Jesus.
That buried gold isn't doing anyone any good, is it? Time to desecrate some graves. You order the royal mausoleums dug into and looted. The result is quite a bounty. Gold masks, heaps of coins, precious jewels. Not everyone is as practical as your treasurer, however. The church denounce you as a grave robber. Nobles and peasants alike are disgusted by my group. Everyone's defiance has gone up by one, and my stability has gone down. But I have money which has fucked over the counts.
If Falcon or our defiance goes up a couple more layers, then we can rebel.
Shut up.
Ooh.
Yeah, but the scheme takes priority over rebelling.
I know, but funny.
So I can give you an option to change your mind in the vote, confuse the fuck out of you by making you vote for the option you least like, or
How does that work?
let's find out. I mean, considering you don't listen to what I say anyway, I'm getting rid of Monarch's vote.
Nobles must must vote for the least favorite option, and the option with the least votes will pass.
So if I click
like
it
that.
without telling you, and you vote for what you want
It
the
does say
most,
on our screens.
Yeah,
It does- we can
I know,
So,
but
Yeah, you know,
if
we're all
Yes.
watching your screen share.
Yeah.
That's
but
how
if
this
you're
works.
not paying attention to it,
We
Yeah,
are
good
the-
fucking luck. We're not you. Your entire strategy is built on us not paying attention when we're all desperate to win at this point.
And also, it looks like we might get an ending to this before I have to leave in 30 minutes, which is very
more
exciting.
than likely. Your Majesty, the acclaimed playwright Chauncey Crawforth has written another smash hit. All the theatres in the capital are showing it nightly. What's the problem? Problem is the new play features a character obviously based on you. An admiring homage? How delightful. You
Homage.
misunderstand.
Hummus?
Homage.
I mean,
The character is played by a professional clown named Biffo. At one point, a bucket of custard is appended over his head and as he sits on the throne. Your Highness,
sounds like
peasants
Sounds
and
like
nobles
a good-
alike are watching this play. Theatres are packed. You must put a stop to it. You simply cannot be known as King Biffo. I'm
I think we
gonna
can.
attend the play myself. A shocked silence falls in the theatre as heralds announce your arrival. You wave from the royal box as the actors stare up at you, clearly horrified. What are you waiting for? The play begins soon enough. The Clown King arrives on stage, comedically tripping on his own robes. They somehow found an actor who looks just like you. Endless humiliations are heaped onto this honking, squeaking parody. Finally, the play concludes with the custard-drenched king handing his crown to the deserving hero. All eyes turn to you. How do I react? Do I climb onto the stage or scurry off into the night?
You know what's going to happen? He's going to get his own.
What did you do?
I
climbed up on the
climbed
stage.
onto the stage. Sorry, I meant to. I was letting Anna speak, and then I was going to say it. Anna, finish your sentence.
I did.
All I heard, he's going to get his own.
Yeah, move on.
Anyway, the actors shrink away from you. The audience are deadly silent. Everyone's terrified of what you'll do next. Either I congratulate them, or I get everyone arrested. Congratulations, motherfucker!
Oh.
Everything goes up. The audience break out in relieved cheers. The actors bow before you, weeping from gratitude. After that, the whole capital can talk about nothing but your good humor and mercy. Everything's gone up. Everything's gone up.
I'm gonna go run and grab some water because I need to medicate. I'll be about 20 seconds.
Okay.
Don't hesitate. Medicate.
I can't really click either of these because it might be Zoe that does some talking.
Is there a different one? Or a different
No,
counter?
you get three choices.
Oh, and you've already done that one. Okay.
Plague or comets.
As they say in Final Fantasy Abridged, don't fuck up.
Don't fuck it up. I mean, as it stands, I'm like, everything will be going on to another season because
I don't know.
my
I don't
authority
know about that.
might stay high enough, and hopefully my treasury will stay high enough.
Well, we do have 2 events left, and all they need to be is 2
Negative
minus
authority.
1 authorities.
Comet sighting!
A blood-red comet was spotted in the night sky over the coast, Your Esteemed Highness. The citizens are claiming it is a terrible omen. The common folk are on the verge of panic. Is there anything you can do?
Either tell the church to dispel such a baseless superstition which has a 25% chance of working because of faith. Tell them there's nothing to worry about, which has a 25% chance of working due to my low-ish authority. Or say, no, it's just peasants being peasants, which is my stability going down. I'm going to gamble on faith. Shit! The priest of the coast...
Agnostic!
The priest of the coast breach the comet is actually a good omen due to new interpretation of an obscure cluster of stars. Unfortunately, the peasants don't believe a word of it. Whoops. And my stability has gone down anyway. For a few weeks, the coast is gripped in panic. Riots break out in the streets. Soothsayers wander the land, foretelling doom.
Doom.
Speaking of doom, Plague. The Royal Navy has stopped a ship in the harbour of Thalassassus, Your Majesty. It's a merchant vessel from Dana. The crew have come down with some kind of plague. The captain refuses to go home, saying his crew need food and medical attention before offloading any cargo.
That ship is carrying fine silks and rare dyes worth thousands. I don't care what happens to the crew. We need to secure those goods.
Tell me more about this plague. The infected have high fever, oozing pustules, uncontrollable vomiting. Sounds like creeping scourge, which bumped off half the kingdom a few centuries ago. Let's call a vote. Oh, fuck.
Ooh.
Yes, nothing will fuck me over. Allow the ship to dock and offload its goods. Quarantine the ship but take the goods, which has a 50-50 chance of working, or 50-50 chance of getting everyone icked. Quarantine the ship, toss the goods into the sea, which will drop the trade for the patricians, raise their defiance, and lose them some wealth. Sink the ship and all aboard, which will also lower, which will basically do the same thing.
Are you doing any laws?
I'm just
Viva
gonna
la Revolution.
just give you 15 seconds.
Viva la Revolution.
What's Viva la Revolution?
One of the ones that raises our defiance.
Sure. Which one?
Your wealth goes down.
We don't really need it.
It's also only 300.
I don't think Doug... Wait, Doug must have voted.
Yeah, you
You
can vote on
missed.
15 seconds.
The fine silks and dyes are tossed into the ocean, much to Lady Patricia Zoe's chagrin. Quarantine is established around the moored ship, and the crew are left to wait out the infection. So your trade is down to 6. You are now mutinous, And Zoe has lost 300 gold.
That's fine. I didn't need it.
2 months later, the Navy boarded to check on the crew and find nothing but corpses.
Trip's always been the bread maker of the.
Yeah.
With my black pearls and my
End the season! In the darkest depths of an eastern forest, Countess Duck has gathered her fellow plotters around a mossy stone obelisk.
Some of our bribes have been accepted, but not enough. The king is paying the palace watch well enough that their loyalties aren't easily swayed.
So we have some of the watch in our pocket? Isn't that enough?
No, not yet. We can't make the move until we're sure we won't be discovered.
The Count's aim is to lower the treasury to 1,500 or less.
Okay, Duck, let me explain something to you. Unless those few people take over everything, we're screwed. Okay?
I just wanted to arson.
Yes! I have an heir!
Arson, but no one let me arson!
Your quest for an heir is finally complete. You stand before council holding a small child in your arms. Should I die, I ask that my crown be passed down to my son, my daughter, or my child.
Oh, Envy!
My child!
child.
My child.
Woo!
Yes.
Your esteemed highness, may I be the first to congratulate you on the birth of your child? What is their name?
King Dietor II. I don't have a choice. I don't have a choice.
Marvelous, your serene highness. I'm sure little King Dietor II will grow up to be a chip off the old block.
Yeah, one day he'll be King Dietor II.
May I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
We arson Dio and we get the new king in.
So rude.
That does sound pretty funny.
That does sound really funny.
Shark attacks!
And it's arson. I can't say no to arson. I just can't.
Upsetting news from the coast, Your Majesty. Several peasants have been killed by a shark. I've already sent your condolences. You can't... Oh, sorry.
Bitch! You can't close my beach!
I'm sorry, is this medieval?
No one mentioned closing.
That beach is vital for coastal tourism. You can't close it just because a few people got on the wrong end of a fish. Do you know how unlikely it is for a shark to actually kill you?
Well, Zoe...
You're more likely to die on the toilet.
Zoe... Well, now I want to close it.
You can't. I'll take this all the way to the council.
So, we keep the beach open, which lowers their defiance, lowers their trade, lowers their farming, lowers overall stability. Hire an adventurer to kill the shark. Shut down the beach, which raises their defiance, lowers their personal wealth, probably Zoe's personal wealth, raises stability, but lowers trade. Turn the shark itself into a tourist attraction, which lowers defiance, boosts trade, and gives Zoe money.
Interesting.
Hold on.
I'm gonna get everyone voting backwards. See how this goes.
Okay, so we need to. If there are two options which have no votes, then Dio will be able to pick between them.
So we need to
keep
spread
that
our
in mind.
votes carefully. The least beneficial of these is
It's Jaws, this bitch.
Yeah.
that's the opposite. That's gonna make it so it's anything but Jaws.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the least voted. Okay,
Nine
So we
seconds.
want to
I'm
try.
gonna vote for A. Trip vote for C.
Don't we want D for defiance?
Yeah, so make it the lowest.
1.
Trip vote for C. No.
Dio gets to vote between the three, right?
Well, the reason we want C to pass because that raises our defiance up to 7.
Yeah, but then I have no money.
Yeah, okay. I'll bail you out.
Trip's the bread maker.
Yeah.
I'm
Alright,
gonna keep the
Dio's
beach open.
choosing.
Oh.
Okay.
Ignoring advice from various grizzled fishermen, you decide to keep the beach open. Coastal tourism cannot be allowed to suffer.
I mean, this one also, money. This one does help us in the trade and money department, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
I just wanted to burn the kingdom down before I had to go.
Zoe?
Just wait and see. After eating a few more peasants, the shark will simply get bored and swim away.
Alas, Lady Patrician Zoe prediction doesn't come to pass. More and more people vanish from the beach, leaving nothing but red circles in the water. Soon enough, nobody dares to visit. There's a catastrophic decline in tourism as more sharks gather. The fish stocks dwindle too. Farming and trade go down, and my stability is now civil.
So it looks like I think it's now more likely for us to try and get the authority down than to trying to get our defiance up.
Yeah.
Your Serene Highness, last week a mysterious wanderer visited the grand bazaar we built on the coast. She claimed to be from the distant cloaked city of Sharakan, and she said she had a number of magical artifacts for sale. But wizard law forbids the unlicensed trade of magical items.
Wizard law? What's that? Or I thought the cloaked city was a myth.
The wizard city of Sharakan in far off Valamir is the subject of many legends, but that doesn't mean it's a myth. I humbly request that the council grant our Grand Bazaar a license so that the coast may benefit from this wanderer's magic.
Grant the magic license, which has 70% chance of working. Invite the wanderer for a direct audience with the king, or refuse to grant the license and send them away, which will raise the defiance.
Yes.
That was not really a bad option for us.
I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen.
What?
Monty, what?
Yeah, let's just
Trade,
neutral.
right?
Duck, let's just admit our votes mean absolutely nothing.
Yeah, we don't vote trade here though, Zoe.
The trade doesn't really do anything
We
for
like-
us. Oh, and also doesn't matter.
We have the
so-
majority.
We have a super majority.
I
Voting
want a
is
magic
closed.
license.
That's valid.
Invited the wanderer for a direct audience with Kingy. A few days later, the mysterious wanderer from Sarakan appears at the court. She bows low, her jewelry clinking and clattering. Behind her, a wizened troll carries her goods. Off you go, Anna.
Okay, hold on.
No.
I am honored
Oh,
to be
okay.
granted an audience with your majesty.
Why
I
are they Bane?
That's boring.
I bring items of wonder from the cloaked city of Sarakan, available at most reasonable prices.
Show me these wondrous creations!
I was born in it, molded by it.
Belforth!
She claps sharply, and the troll, presumably named Belforth, begins sorting through the sack of goods, showing off what's inside.
First of all, I offer you a mechanical bird of my own design.
Is it a falcon?
It can speak, though only in rhyme, and is capable of soaring through the skies like you were born in it.
Belforth holds up a golden bird with clockwork wings and a metal beak. I can talk, I can fly, it squawks. I'm an excellent buy.
I love it. I want one.
Just in that flat delivery.
Next up, a spyglass that can peer into your future. Be careful when you use it, your majesty. You may not like what you see.
Belforth holds up the spyglass. It looks battered, unremarkable, and very small in his giant hands.
And finally, an orb recovered from the tomb of ancient Atashi ruler Malik. It sends all those who look upon it into a drowsy, peaceful daze. Don't look too deep. You may fall asleep forever.
Belforth raises the glowing orb over his head. You feel your eyelids droop. Maybe. Just a little nap would do you some good. Then as the orb is stowed away once more, you perk up again.
Now tell me, great king, which will you buy? The bird, the spyglass, or the orb?
So I can buy the bird, which is $2,000, lower everyone's defiance, but raise my authority, which would give the counts what they want. Buy the spyglass for $1,000, which will
against. It will go against Falcon and Zoe.
Yes.
Because the authority will go up. So it will give you more time.
Buy the spyglass, which will drop the treasury by $1,000, which will again give them what they need and lower my authority again. Buy the orb, which I can't afford. None of them be gone, or throw her in the dungeon and take everything. Which is what I chose.
You're an idiot.
Yep.
I love it. Content.
Everything's gonna go down.
Yep.
You dare to steal from a wizard of Sarah Khan. Pathetic creature. I will show you the meaning of despair.
Please.
Kill them.
Oh, it's another warrior.
Not so fast, wizard. Your greatness, get behind us. We'll protect you.
Yorkshire.
Polymorphed into pigs.
But the mysterious wanderer makes a sharp gesture, mutters a few words in a guttural tongue you don't understand. Your honor guard vanish. In their place stand a troop of very confused-looking pigs.
And now for you, little king.
I was just joking. Yes, I survived.
That would have been a great ending, though.
The wizard stares at you for a long moment, tosses back her head and laughs. She turns, leaves your palace without a second glance, her troll shambling behind her.
You fucking bigger. What was that shit?
Ow!
Oh, there we go. Look at all these
Hey!
My authority!
Let's go!
Disrespect my authority! It's only later that evening, examining yourself in the mirror, that you notice the giant rat's tail curling out from under your robes. It seems to be a permanent fixture. Ah, what has happened to me? Well, that's new. Or I'll have to drill a hole in my throne. I'll have to drill a hole in my throne. Shit! Shit biscuits!
God! Oh my god!
I just want to say I am kind of proud of that Bane voice.
Yeah, that was good.
The long pink tail makes you a laughing stock amongst noble and commoners alike, who take to calling you the rat when they think you're out of earshot. Shit biscuits! And that's the end of the season.
That voice is literally Deckard Cain, but in a cup.
Can I propose something before we start the auction?
Yes.
Since we are at the point where this season will end in a coin flip for the winner, should we collectively get the theater to make it 0 authority because it's funny?
Yes.
Yeah.
I will pledge towards the theater.
I'll throw in for the theater.
I won't, because I'm poor.
Why
Okay,
are
we
we...
love you anyway.
If we're all chipping in towards a theatre, wouldn't it not make more sense to just have one person buy it?
Yeah,
Wait,
but the game's over.
Fair enough.
I mean-
in that
Game
case.
here.
I mean, you've already thrown 700 towards it anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, might as well lower the stability a little bit.
Yeah, good call, good call.
Oh.
And plus, you guys are going to need a jail after everything that's happened. Just remember this for when you take over.
Yeah, we will. Don't worry, we'll remember.
I know you'll remember.
Hi, darling.
No, my dear Park.
Shit biscuits. This has gone so wrong.
Put all my money in the theatre just to make sure. Like your dear Park.
Shit biscuits.
I went,
My everything!
I went
all the
all out
riches.
there.
So the buildings got funded with a theatre which lowered my authority. Zoe put 650 in. And the prison which lowered my stability, and Falcon dropped 900 on it.
Unfortunately, the tie between drop of authority and then the schemes win.
Yeah.
Yep, team goes first.
And from there, obviously, we might look into doing this again, where we will continue this.
Yeah, can we keep playing? Before
Yes.
I would love this.
Huh?
We haven't finished yet.
I
You're
know.
talking about playing again.
It happened gradually, like a frog slowly.
Oh.
I think the patricians won, Falcon.
Hmm.
At first, it was paying a few patrician trolls here and there to cross a road, sail down a river, but as their crash reserves grew, so did their greed. The tolls kept getting higher and higher, and everyone paid, because what was the alternative? Send an army, the patricians would just charge them for using the road. They now have a monopoly, and I have no money. And if they didn't pay, the patricians fierce the mercenaries from Valamir come to collect, army or not. What about your crown? That might fetch a good price. I can't sell my crown. I don't think you have a choice. Sorry. Oh, that was the... Patricians bought your palace some time ago. It's been a struggle to pay rent. Sorry about this, your majesty. Everyone's struggling right now. The next few months, kingdom economy slowly goes up in flames. The patricians get richer and richer despite the turmoil. Soon, peasants can't even afford to buy bread. Merchants throw themselves from high towers. So basically, we let the Tories win.
Yeah.
Capitalism! It always wins!
Meanwhile, the obscenely wealthy patricians amuse themselves by going boating in specially made rivers of wine or buying up entire villages, forcing the residents to fight for sport.
God, I knew this was a representation of America in 2D.
Yep.
Here you go, your Supreme Majesty.
What's this?
This is an eviction notice. You haven't paid rent in months. Pack your things and get out.
Bitch. This preposterous, I'm the king.
Not anymore, you're not.
Bitch.
We're kicking you out and replacing you with Nesta. It's about time, really.
What am I supposed to do out there?
I don't know. Get a job, I suppose.
Bitch.
Oh my god.
I announced my abdication the next day to gas from the gathered crowd. Within a week, Nesta has taken the throne. Within a month, you're living with King Diotor II on a farm 10 miles from the closest village. No one out here knows your name or who you used to be. Sylvia, against all odds, is still by my side. Yes! She's not happy with your exile, but she's learning to herd sheep. You don't hear much about... What? What?
She's not happy. But she's
Where did Mika come from?
You don't hear much about... She got here like 5 minutes ago. You don't hear much about how... I did say hello darling when she walked through the door.
He doesn't just
Why
say
don't
that
listen to
anyone.
you?
You don't hear much about how the kingdom is faring. You soon lose track of who's even on the throne. Instead of sleeping until mid-morning in a bed of silk, you're up at dawn mucking out the stables. Occasionally, some disease or disaster or grand war will sweep over your little slice of countryside, leaving nearby houses in ashes and friends in graves. That's just life. But then things will return to normal. You know what? You're happy. Though sometimes, secretly, you do miss being king. Shit! Shit biscuit.
That was really fun.
Let's go.
Evicted from the palace, the former king lived out the rest of his days on a farm. Far from the capital, it was a quiet life, but not without its pleasure. The chiefs abandoned their hopes for Old Hell's Horn, which passed on into legend once more. Treasure fit only for seducing adventurers into the frozen waste where ice giants or hypothermia await them. The count's attempt to worm their way into the palace was uncovered, and a number of arrests were made. Countess Duck ended her life chained upside down to a dungeon wall. So
In
that's
all fairness, it was consensual.
so. So that's both of the counts that died today.
Oh, yeah, you lost both of
But the
them.
starting counts died.
Jesus. The patricians retreated to their yachts and opium dens, enjoying their obscene wealth while the kingdom starved and suffered. Peasants hoped their hubris would catch up to them, a hope that rested on a newly crowned King Nesta turned against his coastal masters. Naive, only time would tell. Endgame Ledger. So I survived for 2 years and 6 months. Got married to Sylvia, and I was succeeded by King Nestor. The wealthiest noble was Trip, and the poorest noble was Zoe.
Yeah, I put all my money into
And everything went sideways.
Indeed.
Shit biscuits. You may now
Oh, that was
continue a
fucking
game.
awesome.
Complete games will create new saves where you can continue the story of your dynasty. Your second game will include Dynasty events. Dynasty. Which continue the story of previous events. Your nobles return to their previous regions and keep their wealth. So, if we come back...
Oh, shit.
If we come back to this in the future with the same people, we will continue a game. Hopefully...
I'd like to do a new dynasty because I'd like to play with the other kingdoms.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the Trip has to go in an hour, right?
I mean,
I
I
have to go
wasn't
in 6
suggesting anything today. I thought probably call it here. But for the next time we play this, because this was a hell of a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was
This is a lot
fucking
of fun.
awesome.
Yeah.
It was a lot of talking and my voice hurts. But that was a lot of fun. The rum probably didn't help. But this is an absolutely stunning game. If you get a chance, it's what, $5 on Steam, not even.
£4.
So good.
Go and get it. Play it with your friends. Play it with your family. Turn everybody against each other. It's a great amount of fun. Like I said, hopefully next time we play this, we will get a couple more people along. Hopefully we can get everyone in chat. Oh man, it will be, but you'll have to be in a different Twitch stream to do it. You'll have to come and visit Theater Productions. Because I don't think it would work with you. They'd have to come and do all the votes in my Twitch chat.
It's whoever's hosting, I believe.
Yeah, they would host you, but then they could still watch it because
Yeah.
I'm streaming your view. So they
Yeah.
could do it in any of them.
No, but they'd have to... Anna, it's connected to my Twitch. They'd have to come to my Twitch to vote.
Which... Oh. Yeah, I see
Yeah.
what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
It's $3.99. I'm
Huh?
literally buying it right now. That was
Oh,
some of
yeah.
the most fun I've had on stream in months.
So...
Really good game.
Even if you don't plan on hosting a game, it's £4. It goes to a great developer.
Well, if you're not planning on hosting, then don't buy it, because then there's not really...
I mean, you spend £4 to get customization in. Say you jump into
there's-
a stream, or like a big stream, and you want to customize your avatar rather than having it randomized. You can do that, but
Also, you're more likely to show up if you own the copy.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, wow.
show up in a streamed game.
so from there, again, it's just one of those.
How many people can you have in a single game?
So if you do it the way we did it today, which is a private game, it's up to 24 lords.
Jesus.
Fuck
Which,
yeah.
again, I think even from there, if you don't have 24 people in a Discord call, because that will get fucking insane.
Yeah.
If you have 24 people who can join, so like, I watched Johnny Chiodini who is the DM for the Outside Xbox Dungeons and Dragons. He did it and put the code live on his YouTube stream, and everybody joined in, and it was like first come first serve for the 24 spots. It works great for that. Or like you can have slightly smaller groups like we have today. Or if like Hannah and many of the other people like out of town gamers who and anybody else with a big following that's going to come along, you can do it to your Twitch chat. Your Twitch chat goes nuts and gets filled with people going !vote X, Y, or Z. But at that point, you can have, what was it? I think, how many people were in the vote?
In Hannah's one at one point, there was over 100 people and
Oh, wow.
100 nobles in the game.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
from there, obviously, that will give the votes a lot more sway in any direction. And
Yeah.
without the choice, like without being able to sit down and have a conversation like you guys did every time a vote came up, it's everyone votes for what they want. Who knows what the fuck's going to come out of it at the end of it?
Chaos.
Because obviously everybody will be voting to get their goals forward, but if there's a couple of different ways to do that, or there's a way to seriously fuck another team over, they may vote for that instead of just selfish thinking to get themselves ahead. So this game's just fucking incredible. And
Yeah, we're definitely going to be playing it again.
yeah,
Probably
and
a lot.
as you can see, obviously, so this is version 1. They're still working on it. Obviously, it came out on the 2nd of March, so only a couple of days. They've got 950 different events already, and that number's only going to keep going up. And I mean, it's stunning for what it is, for the amount you pay for it. It's great.
And with that, you can follow me on any of these 4 million links I just listed.
Yep, spam.
Thank you to all of our guests today for joining us. We had Zoe, we had Falcon, we had Duck, and we had Trip.
Obviously, congratulations, Trip, for everything that you managed to
Yes.
get today.
Thank you. I am kind of in shock, sort of at a loss for words. Started this stream with 1 subscriber, ending it with 50. I am in shock. But I'm super grateful. The sub goal we had for 3 subscribers was for me to check out the indie darling of last year, Brotato. So I'll be doing that, and because I'll talk to my community in the Discord. We'll plan some kind of fun sub party stream sometime this week. If it's a multiplayer
Trip.
game, I'll let y'all know.
Hey, Trip. This.
I'm waiting.
What do you?
What?
So that party game we just played it. Get some of that going.
But yeah, I was giving shout outs to Trip and Dio throughout the stream. Definitely go give them a follow, give them a subscribe. They're good people. Well, Trip's good people. Dio.
Thanks, Anna.
Dio is loud people.
Dio is good people normally. Let's phrase it that way.
I do have to go. Thank you very much for having me.
Have a great time, Trip.
Blast. And yeah, peace out, Cub Scouts.
Bye, everybody. Bye, Trip.
Bye.
Bye, stream.
Bye-bye.
I can do that now.
I'm out.
Bye, everybody.